Good evening, and welcome to tonight's episode of Arcane Adventures. As always, before we jump into tonight's episode, though, we do have a few session announcements to get through. First, welcome back after a week-long break. We hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. We are looking forward to the holiday season as we move here into December. But as your weekly reminder, we do have quiz questions available every Tuesday and Friday under the post section of our YouTube channel. And also releasing in conjunction with that, we also have shorts highlighting the most iconic moments of our session episodes, also releasing every Tuesday and Friday for your laugh and funny on the internet. There will not be any quiz questions releasing over the winter break, just in case you're wondering, but there will be shorts releasing over that time period, so you can still keep up with us as we go forward. Also, don't forget to take a look at the new actually 2 new episodes of Dungeon Master Deep Dive, which we have available out now on our channel for your enjoyment, so you can take a look behind the screens with me. But yeah, that is all of our session announcements for this evening, so let's go ahead and jump into tonight's episode of Arcane Adventures. And welcome back. Last we left off, a sudden revelation that Genevieve, Songweaver, was related to one of the individuals that had left Velmon's past a little bit tumultuous, and also has now come to the attention of the greater scope of our adventuring part here, one Azhazal, or better called the Titanium Blade. However, putting some discrepancies and disagreements aside, Rancor was left to spend the evening inside of the vessel in his own room, while the rest of you completed a long rest. The following early hours, right before dawn, led us to weigh options between taking a risk and resetting the arcane construct known as Cortuxuk versus continuing our exploration, though more thorough but rather inefficient in its time consumption here in the ruins of the city of Akedon. After a little bit of deliberation amongst our group here, we decided that perhaps a risk is what we needed to do. That there are more people other than just us, as we learned about the people that had hired Marek and Genevieve to find Daikia Moxicorol and ultimately find Akedon. And perhaps there's more. In fact, you can almost be certain that there is more, given your past encounters with these groups of individuals, searching for Akedon. With time being of the essence, we descended back down in the northeast plate here in Akedon to sublevel 20 and found Cortuxuk's deep feedback interfacing terminal. Paloma, using her arcane device that we've come to call Mirex, began the initiation process of a reset protocol that would, for better or worse, put Cortuxuk back in the mindset of a still functioning city, with whatever that would encompass as well. After initiating a quite masterful skill, we found that Akedon's ethical directives in writing had been, well, not exactly upheld by the citizens of Akedon, at least not consistently. But also a far grave situation in that Cortuxuk did not have the required energy levels to complete this reset protocol. And thus, it began to initiate its own countdown of resetting itself, deleting itself, and whatever that meant for all of you here in Akedon. Certainly, we did not want that time to come to pass. And thus, with little less than 2 hours on a countdown clock towards a catastrophic outcome, we set out, splitting the party across the lower sublevels of the northeast plate here in Akedon, hoping to find a way to power up Cortuxuk so that it could complete its reset initiative. Dividing across the sublevels here was Paloma, who found a perhaps control room that had a shut-off switch, maybe, and that overlooked a greater volume of flooring beneath us. Marek and Daikia found a, maybe unrelated, maybe somewhat related, who's to say at this time, project in which mapped out some information, but also their own sentient shadow as it coalesced into some darker being. Altrix found on sublevel 18 a housing unit of some kind of sigil spin ring with strange hexagonally carved red crystals that seemed to shoot lightning through them, but he decided to investigate a terminal instead. Sizik, you investigated a potential housing unit for what you hoped to be the reactor of Everpulse, but instead found nothing. It was Genevieve, actually, who found the reactor of Project Everpulse, not where it should be, but still intact. And she began to place what she thought was the best gut intuition she had at the time, the anchor of Akedon, the crystal that you found, the 98-sided one, back into the reactor's housing unit. Unbeknownst to any of you at the time, what that would directly lead to was the activation of Project Everpulse's reactor once again. But it soon became apparent that while it would supply the energy you needed, it would perhaps supply too much of that energy. And as energy levels began to soar past its maximum and critical threshold, a dangerous situation began to unfold. Without a way to turn off this reactor and without a place to funnel it, where exactly would that energy go? And what would that mean for all of you? With little time left to act, Paloma hastily hurried back to flip the emergency shutoff lever, but found perhaps what the Akedonians found that many years ago, that they did not complete the correct sequence to actually shut off this reactor core. And thus, we decided to channel that energy somewhere else, hoping that it would not discharge inside of the ruins here in Akedon. And the spontaneous impromptu decision was made to funnel that energy upwards. And thus, when the reactor reached that critical threshold, the reactor cap blew its roof, vaporizing through the several sublevels above it, out above the tundra of the frostbitten waste, into the early dawn sky, and striking the surface of the moon Felro far above. Now, in the immediate aftermath of whatever is unfolding here in Akedon, because rest assured, it is not over, we pick up in these moments, still in the wee hours of the morning. Aneris has barely began to shine light over a grim and bleak wasteland, now scattered and free of snow. But our adventure this evening picks up a little bit different, somewhere else for a moment than where all of you are standing in this reactor hub, and that's where we'll continue with Chapter 8, Episode 17, Rise and Fall. Pura, you knew of the unfortunate revelation of Genevieve's past ties, her familial ties that she was unaware of. It was all aboard your vessel that you've laid claim to here in the hangar bay. It was you who sealed Rancor off in his own little prison box for some hours, while the rest of the party found some rest. And it was you who has been cackling from the cockpit of that said vessel for several hours. We're not even sure if you took a long rest, though I know that you did, but no one else does. But you didn't leave the vessel with the party when they said they were headed down to reset Cortuxuk. In fact, they didn't even tell you they were going because they didn't want to disturb your captainhood, if we will. So, Pura, you are sitting here in the cockpit. What exactly are you doing? What have you been occupied with just sitting in the cockpit of the ship for the last almost 9 hours?
Well, in between breaks of cackling, I've been preparing the ship to try to leave.
Okay.
Um,
And
or
go ahead.
just some of the things that I've been preparing is that I'm trying to create almost like a drill bit out of the metal on the front of the ship.
Okay, totally fair. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check if you would.
Oh, wait, did I take a long rest?
Yes, you did.
Can I roll for exhaustion?
You hold on. I don't remember I rolled for you or not. Yeah, you can go ahead and roll. I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Do I add anything? I guess not, because
No, I don't.
okay. Oh, okay, maybe. There's a 15.
Yes, Pura, you are down. Are you at 1 level exhaustion currently or 2?
I am at 1.
Okay, you are now at 0. Pura has finally cleared exhaustion from himself. And perhaps that is what took it
Forever.
9 hours to complete.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure, indeed. Well, if you wouldn't mind giving me an Arcana check, though.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, okay. Uh-huh. With no minuses, that's a modified 20.
Modified 20. Pura, the ship is incredibly, almost effortless to reconstruct in various ways, at least while inside the ship. But you are asking to do something on the outside of the vessel. And other than making cool flames appear on the side of the vessel, actually mechanically changing the function of the ship, you have been trying your best to communicate with this vessel on your intentions. And it has sort of began to understand what you're asking it to do and has started to kind of carve divots in the front. Though it is not by any means a fully functional digging machine, at least has the grooves that could spiral. Now, you haven't yet determined, and neither has the ship, how that would actually spin without turning the ship itself. So right now it seems that you're going to have to rotate the ship 360 degrees over and over and over again to get it to actually dig through something. But that's a step in the right direction, right? Everything is fine. And again, you barely notice that your companions have left this morning, or right before morning, and have vanished into the sublevels below. It is, as you are interfacing with this vessel, that suddenly not even a low rumble, a sudden shift as something beyond your view from the hangar bay explodes. And I will have you make a dexterity saving throw if you wouldn't mind for me.
Does it hit my ship?
We'll see.
No. No. Well, actually, that's cocked. Okay. Okay, that's better. Dexterity, right?
Yes, dexterity.
It's a 19.
19. Okay. Pura, you are attuned to this vessel, so to speak. And so the two of you kind of operate in tandem. So you're rolling for yourself and also the ship itself. As the explosion is not in the hangar bay that is open to you, it's likely in the other quadrant of the hangar bay that was sealed off by a previous collapse. But you feel a surge of energy rush through. Your hairs just kind of stand on end. You feel that static discharge, like a massive electrical storm has just passed nearby. And you, of course, hear the explosion, the sound of metal and stone flying apart. And you kind of ooch the ship just a little bit forward towards that opening that you would have to navigate out to get up to the surface of the frostbitten waste, where you can see a beam of energy. It's piercing through the sky. The clouds are gone. You have not, in your entire time being out in the frostbitten waste so far, ever seen a clear night sky. But today is a little different. The sky is open, and suddenly you sense something hitting the outside of the vessel. You, again, it's like your nervous system is sensing beyond your actual physical capacity and sensing the ship's own nervous system. And it's wet, like that wet skin that you get not like a shower, but right before you turn to look up out of the cockpit window and see water actually tumbling down, liquid water. That is also a sight that you are not familiar with in the Frostbit Waste. Everything freezes as it's constantly below freezing and likely below zero. But suddenly, in this moment of warmth, there is liquid water pouring into the hangar bay. Unfortunately, that is not necessarily a good thing, as the matrix of metals and steel and stone and foreign astrologic metals that comprise the hangar bay are weakened because they were being held in place for a very long period of time by frozen material. And without those things to anchor it, the entire hangar shifts, and you watch as that tiny opening, already small, becomes even tinier as part of it swings down to collapse. And even with a 19, slams into the front of that vessel, and it spins the ship about 90 degrees as you hurl sideways into another vessel that has been disarmed by yours truly, Paloma, who tore the ship out, or tore the crystal out of the ship, and it hits into that, making some contact in a terrible screeching noise as the metals glide against each other. Not a pleasant sound indeed, but you will need to assess the outside of your ship for damages. But you also might want to handle, well, that in the sky as you see the watery moon Felro strucken by this beam. And that, as the moon begins to accelerate and fall towards the surface of the planet of Aelithia, could not be a good thing. And so you'll need to handle that in a little bit. But elsewhere, we will move back down to sublevel 17, where the rest of our crew finds themselves here in this space. The reactor is surprisingly still present. The cap is blown, and the beam, after emitting for probably half a minute, finally subsides. A consistent pulse of electrical energy, arcana weaved into a plasma-like contraption, as the reactor, still spinning, is operational. A sight incredibly unique to behold for all of you. The system stabilizes. The anchor of Akedon, the crystal, spiraling, slowly turning inside as it emits this pulse, like a heartbeat, of energy that continues to fuel into the sigil rings that are still spinning, but not as fast as they were, maintaining a stability of this reactor. So what are all of you doing now?
Okay, where am I specifically?
You are also here, Zeiros.
Okay. Okay. And so, like, to get an understanding, is like the reactor shot a beam of light is to the
Yes. Yes, it shot a beam of energy through the roof, and as all of you can kind of gather close to the reactor and look up, it is a continuous hole that goes 17 sublevels up, pierces through, and you can actually see a bit of daylight as a new dawn approaches on Aelithia.
Okay, and just to make sure that I'm understanding things correctly, was this a purposeful hole or a hey, let's do some damage to the roof hole?
This hole did not exist as of 30 seconds ago.
Cool. So it blew up the roof and is
Yep.
hitting the moon. Okay, cool.
Yes.
Alrighty. And for a quick reminder, what started the whole? Like, who started the reactor?
You're not exactly sure. No one has eyes on it other than Genevieve and Owens, but it has come quickly to the attention of all of you in this space that that Genevieve was the one that actually set the crystal in place, though she is very quick to tell you all that she had no idea that this is what would have happened.
Well, we're not dead. So, improvement.
Yet.
One step at a time.
Should we remove the crystal from the thingy so it's not blasting the moon?
No, it's done doing that, right?
It's already stopped.
Yes.
Did it already stop? Oh, sorry, I already stopped. My bad. My misunderstood. Okay.
Look, Paloma, can you ask Mirix if we're good?
It's still plugged into the other thing, but let me see if
Oh,
I can take it
right.
out.
I guess we could go check and make sure,
Yeah.
see if it's doing its thing.
As you take the descent chamber back down to sublevel 20 into the room of Cortuxuk's deep feedback chamber where Mirix is also located, the red bar, still counting down 1 minute, 1 hour, sorry, not 1 minute, that'd be terrible, 1 hour and now about 30 minutes or so, still counting down as it has not received any energy from Project of Repulse by any means, but it does not take an Akedonian researcher to understand that the reactor was not plugged into anything, and it's still not plugged into anything. It's all of its cables are on the floor above it, and therefore, if you want to distribute energy across the city of Akedon, you will need to hook it up to Cortuxuk and somehow find a way to get energy from sublevel 17 down to sublevel 20.
Okay. Well, we gotta plug it in.
Well, we have a hole to push things through.
Out the roof?
Well, I'm more so thinking perhaps we can take those channels, so to speak, and route them down a floor to the generator, and hopefully those channels will somehow in a roundabout way lead back to Cortuxuk.
I mean, I don't have a better plan, so.
Huh?
Alright.
All right.
We start plugging shit in.
Sure. Up on sub-level 16, where those cables, where the original reactor was meant to be sitting, you kind of have to use some teamwork, but feed those long cables down through the hole in the roof now, or the floor, I guess, for sub-level 16, down into the reactor chamber, and then try to actually connect that. It does take some time. We'll say it takes probably 30 minutes or so to accomplish that. So you're in that hour window or so of Cortuxuk. Pura, have you decided to descend down in this time, or are you still staying in the hangar bay?
Like, is there a hole in the floor now?
Not that you can see.
So there's not like a big hole anywhere?
You saw the beam of energy through the hole in the hangar bay up onto the surface, but you have not seen the place it actually came from.
Can I investigate the place it came from?
So if you would like to climb out back onto the surface of the frosted waste, you certainly can.
Okay, wait. So am I on the surface of the frosted waste, or am I still in the hangar bay?
You're in the hangar bay, still
Okay.
inside the ship.
Okay. Is the ship pinned?
You have not gotten out to look yet.
I want to look and see if the ship is pinned.
Sure. As you disembark the vessel, it has sustained some damages. Part of one of the bridges that extends out, a cargo loading bridge likely, has collapsed and fallen over the back half of the ship. And a piece of metal has kind of shunted its way right through the back where that sigil grid is, where the engine operates. And you can see there's a diagonal, crooked line of zigzagged sigils that are snapped in half and not green like the rest of them should be. And that could also be a problem.
Okay. Is there anything that I can figure out in order to fix the ship?
You can make an Arcana check. I'll also take a investigation check as well. That would also be fine. Probably those two, I think, would be best.
Okay. It's that one.
Okay. Even with exhaustion, Jared, it doesn't go away.
Yep. No. Hey, I rolled good. First
Yeah, you
couple
did.
ones.
You did.
Yeah.
You have no idea. You don't know anything about how this vessel operates. It does not come with an operator's manual or an owner's manual. And as with many things in Akedon, it is so advanced, it is practically magic. And in this case, it literally is magic. And you don't know how to fix it. You're within one. You're not even sure if Altrix could fix it. But he would have a better shot than you would.
I take out my chatter crystal.
Okay.
What the hell happened? Big beam of light. Ship is damaged. Please come back soon. Especially Altrix. Please, Altrix. That's what I got.
Okay. All of you can make one use off of your chatter crystals.
We're gonna go ahead and mark off a second as Altrix responds.
Yeah, okay.
Oh no! Ship broke. Sad. Colon open parenthesis. Busy RN.
RN? Okay.
Fixing laser beam. Engine. Full stop.
Close parenthesis. Got it.
No.
Okay.
Just open. Opened it.
Well, it's a sad face.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. Well, that's useless. Hope you realize this is our only form of escape.
Are you talking into the chatter crystal?
No, I'm just talking to myself right now.
Okay.
Like I'm having like a conversation.
Oh
with,
yeah, the pin.
Yeah, the
Okay.
pin. Yeah.
Touche.
And there's nothing that I can figure out what to do. But do I even know where they went?
You know that they went down the elevator shaft, and again, your intelligence is not terrible. The party had already talked about resetting Cortuxuk initially. So 1 + 1, you can guess.
But they have the elevator, right?
Yes, but you can call the elevator back up. This one's operational. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to call the elevator back up.
Okay, you just press the button and it goes and rises up to sublevel 1.
Okay.
Okay, you can descend down to 20 or to 17 if you'd like to.
The 20, I guess.
Okay.
I don't really know what they're on. So.
Sure. You get back to the Cortuxuk feedback interface and terminal, where Altrix is trying to pull a cable from the wall, and it's got like a 1 foot gap where it doesn't quite reach. So it's like.
Altrix, what happened?
People hit buttons that they shouldn't have, and now we're fixing that.
Okay. Did I see the moon falling?
Yes,
from
you
the
did.
opening? I did.
You're the only person that has seen it.
The only one that's seen it. Okay. We have a big problem, Altrix.
Okay, yeah. I'm sorry about the ship.
No. The moon is falling.
What?
The moon is falling.
Yeah, it does that. Like every day
No,
goes
no,
down.
no, no. The whatever happened hit the moon, and now it's falling.
That doesn't make any sense. Why would even if the laser hit the moon, which the odds of that happening are improbable, uh, it wouldn't cause it to just fall. Look,
Okay, well then,
all right, I'll tell you, I'll entertain you.
yep, that would.
And
that'd
we'll
be
go up
great.
and we'll take a look at the ship.
Yeah, okay, because
Alright.
that might be our only way of escape now, since the moon is falling.
All right, y'all figured this out. This one goes there. And I'll follow Pura up.
The rest of you, while they are off doing that, Paloma, you of course are left down here, Sizik and Zeiros as well as Owenel, Daikia, Genevieve, Marek, and Rancor, who has gone off who knows where.
Pura's probably been drinking again.
Did we not see the moon fall?
You did not.
We did not.
Did not.
It's just me.
And I
Maybe that ship drove him crazy.
Maybe. Yes,
there's
it
a
indeed
roll I
has.
can make. What type of roll would I have to make to see if this was like a probability, like actually like something that could have happened?
Ooh, that would probably be a investigation check.
Investigation
Yeah,
check.
definitely investigation.
Okay, I will give myself guidance, and I'm gonna roll investigation check to see if like I can figure
Yeah.
out. Hey, did the moon actually
probability of
fucking
the moon
fall?
falling?
Yeah. Now I am going to give you disadvantage, because you don't have any context for how that would operate.
Bruh.
Other than like obviously you know gravity exists and like the orbits exist, but you don't know. You're not by any means a scientist in this regard.
You know what? Then instead, I'm gonna take a second level spell, and I'm gonna use enhance ability on my intelligence
Fair enough.
to give myself at least just a neutral.
Okay, totally fair.
And is there anything else I can use to do this? Because I honestly, intelligence stuff I think will be really useful right now.
Paloma, are you? No, you're always super strong. You just have the Arcana that's still up
Yes.
for a little bit longer.
For a little bit longer.
Skill. Aha!
30
I
minutes.
do a thing.
Yeah.
I have an idea for something that I think will be useful for now. Mr. DM, I am going to ask, am I able to get proficiency in investigation with my soul hoarder feat?
Maybe so. Let's find out. Okay. And the particular ability is
Investigation.
right. Using the skill thief ability.
Yep.
Okay. I mean, probably so. Granted that you are expending a soul, kind of releasing it back into the ether, doing so.
Mhm.
I think that at least one of the souls that you have in your capacity could be able to give you proficiency for 1 minute in
In
investigation.
investigation, yeah. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Fantastic. So now I have just a neutral +5. Let's go. Let me roll the dice. Yoink. That is going to be a 17.
17. Okay. Altrix said it. It is improbable. That does not mean impossible. With the 17, you would agree that is unlikely, not impossible.
But I couldn't like.
But you
Did we see it hit the moon?
you did not.
Okay, we did not see it hit the moon. Okay, so I'm like,
Yeah. Pura is the only person that's witnessed that as of yet.
yes, I would say that it seems unlikely, but not impossible.
I mean, a lot of things are unlikely, but not impossible. That doesn't mean that happened.
Yes. We also are exploring a place that holds a lot of things that I think a lot of people would say are unlikely but impossible, or not impossible. What do we do if the moon is falling?
What would we do?
Exactly. What would we do?
Maybe. Anyway, we should continue getting the computer online, I feel.
Tell those you care about you love them and, like, make peace.
Why would you want to make peas?
You heard me very
Perfectly
well.
Paloma-
E-A-C-E.
Paloma, Altrix said that these need to go together, as Owen will kind of beckons you. Can you help me? I think it needs 2 strong people to do this.
Yeah, sure.
All right, so you hold this in, and I'm going to hold this in. We're going to kind of overlap hands, and then we're going to pull on 3. Ready?
Okay.
All right, 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to have you make an athletics check, please.
Yep. Give me
If
one
you roll
second.
high enough, you just rip it off the wall.
Yeah. If you hit a 30, the Cortuxuk dies. It blows up.
Got him.
No dice.
My bad.
And it's been D&Ding without dice.
I have. Okay, this is athletics.
Yes.
21.
21. All right. With that, combined with Owen's 22, is enough to muster the strength to bridge that 1-foot gap. Apparently, one of the cables was tangled as it was stuck in the wall, and it snaps together with force as you latch it into place. And immediately, instantaneously, you watch that bar on Murex disappear as Cortuxuk begins to flicker with lights that you didn't first see when you've entered into this chamber. And as that occurs, a number of locations across the northeast plate of Akedon also receive energy distributed by Cortuxuk. In fact, in the elevator, ascending upwards with Pura and Altrix aboard it, there is a light that has been previously off because it was not powered, and all of a sudden it flickers on
Does
with a
music start
sudden. Yeah, sure. Music starts, just little jazz music.
Sorry, I had elevator music. I had to.
No, it's totally fine. It's totally fine.
Is it playing backwards?
No, it's not. But what is playing, so to speak, is now keep in mind that Cortuxuk is finalizing its reboot. However, until that occurs in a few moments, Cortuxuk has no control over where that energy is going. It's just going and being distributed to everything, because that's what Cortuxuk is meant to do. At least all the things that it's meant to control. Suddenly, the entire city, you feel a force lifting all of you from below you. A lurch, not one that causes you to stumble, but one that is certainly concerning, as the entire northeast plate tries to propel itself out of the ground that it has been locked in for a number of years, and fly upwards as if it was still intact with the rest of the plates, forming a larger city. As those gyroscopic systems you have located before begin to initialize their spin as well, sputtering their gear into place, the ground shifts a little further. Dust falls from the roof, ceilings above. And for those of you down here, not in the elevator, but for the rest of you, water begins to, at a relatively rapid rate, descend into this chamber. Not quite sure where that's coming from, but we'll get there in a moment. But as soon as it began, the quake stops as Cortuxuk is initializing and shutting off its propulsion systems, catching up to speed that we are no longer flying and not supposed to be flying, as the gyroscopic systems and graviturgic systems shut off and have their power diverted elsewhere. Powering down, you are left now with a fully operational Cortuxuk, to the best of its ability. And if anybody would like to sit in the chair, you can. And Paloma, you may successfully, without interruption, retrieve Mirex from the console location it is currently in without damaging any systems.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to click eject hard drive, but
So you say any of us can sit in the chair?
you can.
I'll sit in the chair.
Okay. Zeiros, it's more actually like a bed, and as you lay down, it kind of lifts up slowly. Its back raises up, and you enter a dream-like state, which you have heard your companions talking about over the last day or so, as they have also interfaced with Cortuxuk. You are not in a place that you can see anything, but rather you can just kind of feel the presence of another entity here with you.
Mm-hmm.
And who are you?
Zeiros, or also apparently Null.
Huh.
If that means anything to you.
It is nice to see you again.
So I've been here before?
Yes.
Fascinating. What was I doing here last time?
Not sitting in this chair. You were inside of an engine bay.
The Null Engine Bay?
Yes, the Null Forge engine bay, to be correct, but yes.
Yes.
How did you escape?
I
Oh,
don't
wait.
know.
No, I understand. You're good.
What did happen, actually? I'd like to know.
I'm surprised you don't remember. You're the one that broke out. Oh, no has gone unresponsive. Well, I will kick you back
Oh,
out. And the
hello?
Okay, as the chair is descending and you're being disconnected from Cortuxuk, you can re-engage it if you'd like to.
Okay, I will re-engage it.
Okay.
Did I go silent for a second?
Yeah.
You did.
Yes.
Oh, that was okay. So I guess I don't know. Because yeah, no, I might having issues anyway. So I sorry, I asked it. Like, I told it I've had having memory issues.
Yes, I understand that. What do you need?
What is party? What are we currently needing? I mean, first, is the moon falling?
I don't know how you would expect me to answer that. We're underground.
Okay, I didn't know. I don't know. I was just gonna ask because big laser fired from the reactor, and
Oh, I see.
do you know what that was?
Are you a threat?
Me?
Yes. You are categorized as a Class 1 threat.
I think that might have been the old me, but not the current me.
Very
Unless, well, I don't know what what makes a threat or not.
well. The potential to destroy the city of Akedon, as it is listed here.
That does sound like an old me, not a new me.
I see. Well, congratulations on your transformations. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Let's see. Okay, so I know there's like some people here in our in this area. Are you able to figure out how many people are in Akedon currently?
Please clarify by what you're asking me to do.
I kind of want to figure out how many living creatures are currently in Akedon and where they're
Yes.
at.
Not all of my sensors are operational currently, but I can tell you those that I can detect in the Northeast Plate if you'd like me to.
Yeah.
Sure. Please give me a moment to make that reading.
Also, for the party, is there anything else we need to ask? I'm trying to remember all the stuff that like we're kind of needing, but also being I was gone for a couple weeks, I might be a little lost on that.
We wanted to know what happened.
Okay, cool,
If it
cool,
knew
cool. That's
that.
what.
We also
That's what I
wanted to. There were things we couldn't ask it because we needed permission. Let me see.
We're just regarding certain projects.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Starfill was one of them, right?
Yeah.
My
Starfill.
apologies for the delay. There are 10 organic life forms currently detected in the northeast plate of Akedon.
Is that okay? So that's. Does that ever counts for everybody in our group?
It should.
Yeah.
It
There's
does.
8 players, Daikia, Owenal.
Yep. Okay. Cool. So yep. I was like, okay. Okay. So that means there's no one else, at least in this North Plate, which is probably for the best. What exactly happened to Akedon?
That is a contentious question, a loaded one as well. According to my memory bank, we were flying when suddenly the plates fractured apart, the energy power lines were cut, the gyroscopic engines died, and we fell to the surface. And my memory disappears after that.
Crash landing.
Yes. Not
With
good
a.
one.
Yeah, definitely not a good one. It seems it almost crashed midair and then went down.
Yes, my system actually seems to mistake a brief loss of time, about 7 seconds, I believe, before the plates actually did fully fracture apart. It seems that there was a massive energy output. Oh, well, that's enough to power Akedon about 100 times fold. Interesting.
Do you know where could you pinpoint where that could have come from?
It seems to have come from sub-level 16 on this plate.
Is that where the reactor is?
It's where it was,
Oh.
where it was supposed to be.
Okay, so that's where the reactor was supposed to be.
Yes. Instead, you
Is it
found it on sub-level 17, one floor below where it should have been. And you're not quite sure how it got there.
Interesting. Did it look like the floor collapsed or anything like that?
Nope. Now it looks like the floor has collapsed because the beam has pierced through it and there's a massive hole in it. But prior to that, no, it did not look like there was a hole in the floor that had fallen through.
Interesting. Somehow it's transferred from floor 16 to 17. Okay. It's good information, good information. Let's see, what else is there to be asked? What else is there?
Do you know a Paloma?
I do know a Paloma.
Is she present?
Yeah? Would you like to talk to her?
I would. She is labeled in my system as Supreme Leader.
Ah, Supreme Leader. Well, I'll go,
It's strange. I've never met her before. I don't know who that is.
Huh. Okay, I will, go get Paloma. How do I... Yeah, if I disconnect, I assume if I just stand up.
You just think that you want to disconnect, and it will.
Disconnect.
Very literal, I see, but that'll work. And as you say that, you feel yourself back in the chair once again. The helmet kind of dislodges, and the chair folds back down to a bed form.
Paloma,
Yeah.
the computer wants to talk to you.
Oh, well, that's not weird.
The computer says
and-
it's your turn.
It's your turn, Paloma.
It's your turn.
Okay.
Enjoy.
Paloma, as you've gone through this motion multiple times now in the last several hours, once again engage with Cortuxuk. Not the same individual that you spoke to last time, nor the same voice. It seems a little bit different. A little bit more snobbish, actually, and vastly more intelligent, but a lot less emotionally intelligent. It's a trade-off. Are you Paloma?
Mm-hmm.
I have never met you before, and yet you are the supreme leader.
Okay. Cool.
So you have a rank that surpasses the magisterium. I didn't know that was possible. Congratulations on your election or appointment or however you got to that position. What would you like me to do?
Shoot, I don't know. Well, we wanted to ask about a bunch of projects, like what was the Null Forge, and what was the weird room with all the ribbons hanging from it, and
Oh, okay. Well, those are two simple answers. I can do that. To answer your first question, the Project Null Forge was to extrapolate and run experiments on the deity Null, who had been captured by the Akedonian people, for a 21-year experiment.
okay. Oh, can you tell how long you've been offline?
Which time that I was offline? I have multiple records of that.
Oh, okay. The most recent time.
Most recent. Okay. Cool. And you can't see it cock its head, but yet you feel that like moment of uncertainty. Paloma, I know you. And then it's gone again. You're gonna have to forgive me. I'm doing a conversion rate right now. You don't use the star year system, correct?
I don't think so, no.
Okay, that makes things a little bit more tricky. Please hold. You can ask other questions. I can run multiple processes at one time. It's just not about the same thing.
Okay. How many times have you been offline?
Ooh, that's also fuzzy. Ask a different question. At least 5 that I can recall.
Okay. There are a bunch of times listed that people had overridden the, guidelines of Akedon.
Yes, the ethical directives.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, set forth by the Magisterium, which obviously you know that.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, there are times that authorized overrides have occurred, and also times that I have at least I have documentation of times that they were disobeyed without proper authorization.
Okay.
What year system do you use? What is your calendar like?
Hold on, I have to bring that up. Jesus.
Also, when did Akedon switch to a different calendar?
Well, this isn't. At least 7,331 years ago, I think.
Ooh, that's a long time.
We're on year 7331.
Is the year the same for you?
The length of the year?
Yes, the
I would
400 cycles around Anaris.
I would assume so. Yeah, we have. What is it? 10 months? Hold on, I'm looking at it.
You have 8 months.
8 months. 50 days each. So yeah.
That's preposterous. Who would do 8 months, 50 days? Much easier to do 4 months, 100 days. Strange. I must obey the Supreme Leader. My apologies. I did not mean any offense, of course.
I didn't come up with it.
The conversion is roughly the same, but again, you'll have to forgive a couple of centuries of error, as it's hard to calculate exactly that far. I would estimate somewhere between 8 and 9 millennia.
That's between 8,000 and 9,000 years.
Yes, that is quite a long period of time when I think about it.
Yeah, that's a while.
Interesting. And then...
No, go ahead.
Were you still... No, it's okay. Were you still asking about the overrides, authorized and unauthorized, or would you still like to know about the threads of reality?
No, that can wait a little bit. I want to know about the overrides.
Okay. what would you like to know about them?
Well, I'm trying to find a list of them. Mason, where was the list that you gave us where it was just like all of the directives and then how many times they'd been overridden?
I think that was in the references channel.
It's in references.
Yeah, it's in references.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Okay, here it is. Where was the one that had only been... Okay, Directive 8? Maintenance of Reality. There was an authorized override by the Magisterium Conclave one time.
Yes. What about it?
What happened?
Project Reality Vision. Sublevel 11 of the West Plate. That is all the information I have available to that. I apologize.
Okay. And then there was... What was the approved addendum for the Respect for the Dead?
That was null.
Mm.
Mostly. Are you sure that that person is not a threat?
No.
It's labeled in the system as a threat. Would you like to override that?
Yeah, I'd like to... I'll pause it.
Okay, I can hold it.
Okay.
I'm gonna also power down the defense equipment. Just letting you know.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Considering that we're not flying anymore, it doesn't seem to have any use for anti-aerial defenses. Most of them are buried underground anyway.
What's with the 253 unauthorized overrides of autonomy?
Oh, yes. Well, it turns out that some people don't like following the order of the Magisterium Conclave or the Supreme Leader of Akedon, as it would seem, and thus have done things behind the backs of those rules and have, without proper authorization, and have thus sacrificed the autonomy and willpower of sentient and intelligent life forms on numerous occasions. But rest assured, those citizens and researchers have been taken care of.
What does that mean?
Excommunicated, of course.
Like kicked out?
No, excommunicated from life.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that's the clarification I was looking for. Give me a few minutes. I'm gonna go talk to the rest of my party and get some better questions for you, and then I'll be back, okay?
Fair enough. I'll be here.
Okay, thanks. And then I want to join everybody else.
Okay, fair enough. In the meantime, though, Altrix and Pura, you have arrived at the hangar bay on sublevel 1, where indeed, Altrix, as you view the ship, it is damaged in several capacities. There is a bridge hanging over the middle of the ship, a large piece of metal that has cracked the back runic sigils on the engine, therefore rendering the engine not useless, but definitely far weaker than what it was. And a series of other complications as well. Not to mention that the hangar has shifted as well, more so than it was far below. Water is dripping through at a pretty consistent pace, not rushing in, but definitely a repetitive drip of some water leaking in from the surface. And the opening of the hangar bay onto the frostbitten waste above, which is now just the waste, I guess, is much narrower than it was when you first arrived.
Can you see the moon from the opening?
You can. Nereus is still cresting on the horizon. There's a little bit more daylight coming through, but you can see the moon up in the sky.
Is it falling?
Well, what do you mean by falling, Pura?
Like it's getting bigger? Like it's going to hit?
Well, in
Chicken Little type falling.
Yeah.
In
The sky
in
is falling.
short answer, yes, it is in fact a little bit larger than it normally appears. In a longer answer, there is a series of debris that is still flying upwards in the upper atmosphere from the surface of Aelithia and also from the moon that is falling towards Aelithia. There's a chunk of the moon that seems to have been blasted off and has been drawn in by Aelithia's gravitational pull, like the moon itself, and it has kind of arced back over and is like a just beyond the atmosphere, like a massive storm of like a meteor shower, just kind of just hovering. That probably will be fine for the next
Okay,
day or so.
I got this. I'd like to ready in action to cast Catapult on the meteors as they come in.
Yeah, you're a little out of range there. Hate to break it to you.
I have Spell Sniper.
A little out of range there. I apologize.
I'll just throw them back.
Yeah, no, totally.
See, I told you the moon is falling. What do we do?
Don't know. Okay, so first of all, the moon is not falling. Pieces of the moon are falling.
Okay, that's
Big
that's still
difference.
bad. Still very bad.
And to be fully real with you, the only thing I can think that we could do is turn the laser back on and maybe blow up the meteors. But I don't know if that's a good idea. So
if we take the ship and we figure out something to do with the ship, if we get close enough to use
yes,
your catapult, you know,
the ship. He says,
ship.
looking at the wreckage,
or something. I do not. All right, okay. I'll walk over to Altrix. I put my hands on his shoulders. I do not want to go back to the frostbitten waste.
Well, I don't know about you, kind of looking up, seeing like kind of the ridge. Not a whole lot of frost out there anymore. I can take a look.
That'd be great. Please, Altrix.
All right, I will take a look at the ship and figure out if there's anything I can do.
Aldrich, before you do that, can you give me an investigation or nature check before you do that?
I'll give you a nature. I'm somehow better at that.
Great. It's crazy.
Can I help? Oh, never mind.
Daniel?
Are you proficient in nature, Pura?
I'm not. Sorry. Investigation,
Okay.
yes, but not.
Then
nature.
no.
Then it's just going to be a 25.
Just 25.
Oh.
Altrix, you know what you just told Pura, and you lied to him straight to his face. The moon is in fact falling, and you tell that it is. It's hard to describe the distance that a celestial body covers, because a couple of miles to a celestial body in the last couple of minutes, that's not that big of a deal, right? The problem is that what's going to stop it from moving further? And the moon is in fact closer to the planet of Aelithia than it was the last time you looked at it, which has been some time. And yeah, you straight up lied to Pura's face, and you don't feel bad about it.
No, I don't, and I will not correct myself.
Yeah, I know.
We need calm minds right now.
Yeah, sure.
Is there any other ships that were undamaged? Or look
I mean,
better than our ship?
There are 3 other vessels in the hangar, other than the one that you were on and the one that it hit, that are still floating. However, you have overheard that Paloma did take the crystals out of the other 4 vessels. And you know now, Pura, after interfacing with this one, that doing that destroys the functionality of those vessels.
Do I know if I would have an idea that if I take the crystal from our ship and put it into one of those, it would work?
You don't know how to install that crystal because you are not a mechanic or a mechanic for this particular vessel. And so you know that if you ripped this one out, you would have 0 functional ships instead of half of a functional ship.
So we have... Okay.
Can Altrix attempt to assess this ship,
I
suppose?
Yeah, go ahead and give me investigation, arcana. Those are, or tinker's tools. Also, any of those are fine.
Okay.
No. Okay.
Could I make a separate check to see what I can salvage from it?
We are going up against a moon.
Yeah, no, that's totally fine. I
Help.
think you definitely can. What did you roll on the first one?
That one.
Okay. Yeah, you look at it and you're like, man, this is fucking messed up.
There's not a single fucking gear or spring in this thing. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you can definitely roll to see what you can salvage. If that's something you're interested in doing.
Can I investigate?
What do I add to this?
Investigation.
Investigation?
Yeah.
Tinker tools, perhaps?
No.
No.
Can I help?
okay.
I have investigation. I
Yeah,
have
but
investigation.
do you want to help him salvage the ship that you've laid claim to? Is the real question.
Like, are we gonna dismantle the ship? Is that
That's
you're
what
saying?
he looks like he's about to do. He's got his his
no,
tools out and he's
no.
about to like freaking smash in there.
It's the only thing we could do, Pura. Figure out
I'm
what we
going
can
to-
salvage from this and
to-
then put in the
to
others.
attempt to stop him,
Okay.
and I'm gonna suggest maybe we should look at the other ships and then try to copy it onto this ship.
No, it would be
Oh, the
better to
sigils.
salvage this ship and put it into the others.
But the other ships don't work because Paloma
This one's
took
fully
the
fucking
crystals.
broken. It's one crystal to put in there versus the entire God's forsaken ship.
But we have half a ship and 3 ships that don't work, and I don't think we can take the half a ship and put it into one of the 3 ships.
Which do you think will be easier to fix? Half of a ship or the one crystal?
I don't know. I'm freaking out.
Just give me a hand with this. We'll see what we can salvage and so that we can have a working ship. It'll be yours.
I don't know about this. My poor ship.
Are you gonna give me a help action or not?
Yes, I'll give him a help action.
Okay.
Thank
We're
fuck
not
it was a 2 on the
touching
die.
The crystal.
You really did an advantage.
I swear,
It's
if you got a
cinema.
nat 1 again.
It's a nat one.
Oh my god! We're gonna die!
2 on the die for a 7.
My ship is.
Yeah. Yeah. So you start tearing apart the runic sigil grid on the engine, and then as you're doing that, Pura is actually the one that tells you after you've ripped off about 7 more of these sigils that as you take them off, they deactivate. And you haven't been looking; you've just been kind of ripping them, just things flying behind you. And then Pura's like, "But wait, they're losing their magic as you do that." And then you're like, "Oh crap, this is useless." And it's just a regular metal tile.
Well, I tell you what, Pura. What we have gained is valuable knowledge on how these systems work.
Have we? Or have we just determined how to take them apart?
I mean, they are the same in some aspects, and
Okay, so then can we take our knowledge and put it on a different ship? Because we need a ship.
perhaps. However, I think at least for now, we should perhaps put our efforts into more realistic goals, and then I perhaps there was those bots, right? Those machines that do all the fancy stuff. Perhaps one knows how to fix these ships.
So why don't we go find that bot guy and bring him back up here to fix the ship?
Exactly. Why don't we do that?
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
Watch the Roomba be the one bot who can fix the ship. And Altrix already scrapped it.
I hope it is.
Big Dusty is the one that can fix it.
Big
Yeah.
Dusty.
You know, sometimes you ask people to roll a persuasion check, and sometimes it happens right in front of you, and that's what it is. As Altrix persuades Pura to leave the ship for the first time in over 12 hours, and go back down into Akedon's lower sublevels. Meanwhile,
There's no
Paloma.
fucking way you were not the sad elf.
Meanwhile,
That might
Paloma.
be sad, but
Paloma,
I'm still a
Sizik,
captain.
and Zeiros. The 3 of you are down here with Daikia, with Owenel, with Marek, with Genevieve. Again, don't know where Rancor is, but the most of you are down here. And Paloma, you can talk to everybody if you will, if you want to.
Does anyone have any questions for the computer?
Oh,
Or we down there?
Yes.
You're on the way. You'll be there in a
Oh.
moment.
Does Akedon have any safe storage area for overwhelmingly strong but also incredibly dangerous artifacts by any chance?
Overwhelmingly strong, but also what?
Very dangerous artifacts.
Okay. Why are we asking that?
No reason.
Okay. Does...
We also ask about overwhelmingly strong but safe artifacts.
Okay, sure.
Let's see. I asked what happened to Akedon. It gave me the information it could. Apparently, the reactor's on a different level than it should be. I asked about myself. Apparently, I'm a threat,
Burn.
quote unquote.
Oh, I had it unlist you as a threat.
Ah, thank you. Appreciate that. What else is there? I don't know.
Does Daikia have any questions?
You see her just like thumbing through a notebook, and her eyes are real wide. She's got so many questions.
The computer thinks I'm
Why?
supreme leader, so I think I can ask it whatever I want.
Okay.
Maybe you could ask more about the project that's supposed to apparently hold me or something like that, or research me.
Okay.
Or just ask about all the projects. I mean, everything we've come across so far, I think, is a good question to ask. As ding, the elevator arrives, and Pura and Altrix are stepping out onto the sub-level 20 here as well. Also, I could be wrong, but I'm assuming that since there is a northeast plate and a core, that there is also other areas of Akedon. Maybe ask about that.
It mentioned
Oh,
the west
we're the
plate,
only
but
life
said-
forms on this plate.
Okay,
Oh,
everyone,
whoa.
everyone, please. I'm sure
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
lots of questions.
A really big,
Paloma.
big problem.
Yeah, I assume the fact that y'all are discussing questions is working.
Yep. I'm supreme leader, and I can ask it whatever I want. And so, if you have any questions, let me know.
Okay. Could you ask it, hypothetically,
Mhm.
if the moon were falling,
Okay.
what we could do about that?
Okay.
And I would recommend you get that right now. Don't waste time.
Okay. Well,
I
do we
thought
have
you
any
said
other
the moon
questions?
wasn't falling.
Hypothetically,
Altrix hears a message in his head. Hey, is the moon falling?
hypothetically,
Do you say that out loud?
yeah.
Oh gosh. Can you also ask him if there's any way to fix ships in the hangar bay?
Okay.
Oh, that's right. Your
Please.
ship is broken. That is
Have we
so
tried
very
casting-
sad.
Paloma, I have a lot of
That's
technical
unfortunate.
questions. Can
Have
you
we
just give
tried?
it permission to talk to me?
Oh, sure. Okay.
We tried just casting catapult on the moon.
I did. Was out of range.
Oh, that's
Okay.
That's why
unfortunate.
we
I
needed
will
the
read-
ship
I will
to
reconnect.
get to the range.
I will reconnect to the computer.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. First things first. Hypothetically, if the moon were falling, what would we do about that?
Which moon?
Felro.
That is the larger of the two,
Mhm.
covered in water.
Mhm.
How much time do you have?
How would I know that?
This is a hypothetical scenario, and therefore I'm running a hypothetical simulation.
Hypothetically, we did something about how long ago did we shoot the laser into the sky?
Less than 10 minutes ago.
Hypothetically.
Oh, wait, no, actually, sorry, not sure. 40 minutes ago.
40 minutes ago, something happened, and maybe the moon started falling. I don't know how far the moon is from here. I don't know how quickly it's going to fall. Those feel like math things that you can work out.
Sure. We would reach terminal velocity. No, about now, actually. That would give you 20. 21 hours, maybe, best. In that 21-hour time, we don't have the capacity here in Akedon to destroy the moon by any means. It's pretty powerful equipment, but not that powerful.
We don't have anything to shrink it.
Yeah, fucking shrink ray.
No. No, we do not.
Then we could
Supreme
steal
Leader.
the moon.
Yes, steal the moon. This is a very strange hypothetical situation.
Yeah, it
but
was
I
posed
will-
to me by one of my friends.
Of course. No, I understand. It's fine. I would suggest you take cover,
Okay.
and the chances of your survival is about 0.0000000000000
You just got hit with duck and cover, bro.
0.00001%.
We have to stop the moon.
I did round because the next number was a 6.
Oh, thank you. Wasn't that round to 2?
No, it was a 0, and so I rounded to 1.
Okay. So, okay. I guess now that that's out of the way, a few other questions. Does Akedon have a storage area for overwhelmingly strong and also very dangerous artifacts?
Would you like me to search the query directly, verbatim, what you said?
No, search for like artifact storage.
Can't wait for it to
Okay.
be all of Akedon.
Yes. Yes, there are several areas that would operate as a vault chamber. Is there one in particular you're looking at it, knowing more about?
Have we learned at all that Ozen used to be here?
I mean, other than Ozen telling you that
Okay, I couldn't
he was
remember
here
if
at one point.
he told us or not. Okay, there was a fancy sword here a long time ago. Named Ozen, but actually named Shoni, that has something trapped inside it, like a really powerful being. Do you know anything about that?
I think there was a submission at some point to try to extrapolate an entity that would match that description, though the name Shoni or Ozen is both unfamiliar to me entirely. That would have happened probably in the South Plate. Yep, I'm 99% certain it would have been in the South Plate.
Okay.
Likely at one of the summoning nodes.
Summoning nodes. Got it.
So is that in correlation to your vault question?
Yeah, we were just like any other similar artifacts to that.
Okay. Would you like to know of other vaults, or is that enough?
Other vaults would be nice.
All right. Well, there is the Echo Vault that is housed in the core on sublevel 5. There's also a security containment for the dim fabric anomalies that you asked about earlier. That's on sublevel 12 of the core. There's also on sublevel 15 of the core an arcane anti-gravity study vault. There's research that is found in there too. Then there's a research thesis vault on sublevel 7 of this plate, the northeast plate. There's also the Project Deterrent Schematic Vault on the west plate, sublevel 3. As well as the Central Repository of Knowledge, housed on the west plate as well. And let's see. And the Dimensional Conduction Vault on the south plate on sublevel 2. I think I hit all of those. Yes, that is correct.
Where was the dimensional conduction vault?
Sublevel 2 of the south plate.
Okay.
And of course, there are numerous tinier vaults that are not listed in, but
Yeah, we found a vault that had just one dead body in it by itself.
yes, that's less of a vault and more of a bunker.
Oh, okay. Do you know who the dead body was?
No?
Okay. Worth asking. I was told to ask about all projects.
You're gonna have to be more specific than that.
Yep. So, project
Do you have?
area.
Yes. Yes, the arcane recurve apparatus device. Yes, that was a proposed idea that was never fully manifested by the Magisterium due to concerns of the disruption of peace that would have occurred to Aelithia's greater geopolitical structure. It was, in theory, meant to be scaled up from the model that was designed and is located in a vault somewhere. And it was designed to operate every I believe 500 feet was the proposal on the city's upper rim during the full functionality of the city of Akedon.
Okay.
But it was not used, so.
Project Voxum.
Voxum, yes. Project Voxum was the initial study that actually landed the city of Akedon in Aelithia, and it was proposed that if it could transport us across a very large spatial gap, then perhaps it could undo that and take us back to our astral coordinates, though the project was never fully realized and marked as a disgrace by the Magisterium.
We found portals opening to the elemental plane of air.
Yes.
Is that where Akedon's from?
No. Akedon is located from a larger entity known as Starfell.
Okay.
Unfortunately, my memory does not go back any further than knowing that it is from Starfell. The actual knowledge is likely kept in the central repository of knowledge with the Magisterium Conclave.
Okay. Why is
Your
everything...
supreme leadership.
Thank you. Why is everything labeled in Orin?
That is a fair question. It is my understanding, I don't have any evidence to back this up though, but just what I'm aware of, that a group of the original settlers of Starfell were, that was their native language. And so it has since evolved over time and adapted into Akedonian script, and then into the foundations of the common language. Though the Akedonic shorthand is a bit different, it shares many similarities to that evolutionary period of linguistics.
Okay, and then I have my friend Altrix, who wants to ask you a bunch of... Oh, is there any way to fix ships in the hangar bay? Last question.
I mean, the answer is yes, if you have the mechanical skills to do so.
Okay, say we don't.
Then no.
No one here, like none of the little mechanicals do?
Do you have access to Kaizal?
Yes.
Kaizal may be able to repair your vessel, as one of its initial functions was to be designed as a arcano engineer for projects such as that.
Okay.
But I make no guarantees about the state of the entities in the current state of Akedon.
Okay. Now, Altrix wants to ask you a bunch of super technical questions. So I'm going to give him access to... I'm going to grant him access to basically everything, as he is assistant to the Supreme Chancellor.
So he's on the Magisterium Conclave?
Yes.
Very well. Has he been sworn in by you, your supreme leadership?
Yes, I swore him in.
Very well. Then he has the proper authorization to ask away.
Okay. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, I've got some answers. If the moon were falling, we should take cover, but also know that our survival rate is 0.0000000000000000001.
Did it recommend casting catapult?
It did not. It did, however, say that Kaizal might be able to fix the ship.
Okay.
I am
Pura,
Kaizal.
If you want to take Kaizal back to the ship to see if it can do anything about it.
That sounds like a good plan, yeah.
And then,
I will.
Altrix, I told that you were on the Magisterium Council, so...
Excuse me for interrupting, but I must note that the water levels in this building have risen 1 foot in the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's why we need to get the ship fixed. Very.
That's half my height.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sizik swimming.
Trinket.
Kaizal, can you come with me? We got some work to do.
Yes, but I must recommend that we assess the problem, as it would seem that we will be flooded, and I take it that all of you are incapable of breathing without air.
That's all
True.
You know, I'll ask the machine about it. I'll go to Cortuxuk.
Altrix got it. Let's go.
All right. I just want to know that my concerns have been heard, but if that has been done, I will go with Pura.
I'm gonna take Kaizal and shove him back in the elevator.
Shove him in the elevator? Okay.
I'm going to shove him in the elevator.
Okay. All right, you shove Kaisel there. Noted. All right, well, while you're ascending, Altrix, you are, I guess, free as one of the appointed or elected Magisterium Conclave members.
I will log into Cortuxuk.
Hello. Who are you?
My name is Altrix. Altrix
Oh.
Moxicorol.
Oh, a pleasure, your Magisterium. What may I do for you today?
I have a couple questions. First of all, the city of Akedon is in a great state. We are doing our best to refurbish what we can. Is there a drain at the bottom of Akedon?
We are underground, so though, yes, the answer to your question in short is yes, there would have been systems in certain facilities that would have handled overflows of various liquids and gases and then dumped them into the vast land below us when we were flying, are no longer operational. So currently, no.
Okay. So we currently have water pouring in due to the sudden powering on of Akedon. Rise of heat, causing melting of ice, causing buildup of water. What could we do about this?
Actually, according to this analysis, it does not seem that your lack of integrity of Akedon seems to be causing the problem with the water. That's actually due to an uncontained breach on sublevel 13 of this plate. Seems that whatever discharge of energy, hypothetically, of course, that the Supreme Leader was describing, that hypothetically hit the moon, all hypothetical, of course, would have in fact pierced through that containment area, and that is, according to my sensors, filled with water.
Fantastic. Good to know. We'll look into that.
Okay.
Second of all, actually, it can wait. Solve flooding first. Thank you.
I think that is a genius plan. Best of luck.
I'll log out and just kind of turn to everyone. Floor 13, let's go.
You have to wait
Okay.
for the elevator to go all the way up, drop Pura off, and then come all the way back down again. It's not that slow, but yes, you do ride up to sublevel 13 of Akedon's northeast plate, where you find one access hall, and it is sealed with a series of blast doors, and there is a terminal now powered on because this area is receiving energy, that reads containment breach, elemental plane of water rift detected, blast doors sealed.
Ah, I see.
Yes,
Well-
it also reads danger, intense pressure detected, and you note that there's actually a little pool of water at the base of these blast doors, some algae growing, and some rust. Those
So
doors
I just
will
want-
not hold forever.
So let me understand this. So essentially, there's this blast door here.
Yep.
The room on the other side is not directly above where the hole got blasted through. Otherwise, that would just be pouring through there.
Correct. But there is
Yeah.
some other schematic that is leaking water
Yes.
from that space elsewhere.
Yes. That hole fucked something to the point of it's causing this. Okay. Well, I don't know if we can necessarily open this door to go solve the problem.
I mean, you can open the door. Just not have the wisest in the world.
Okay, what if we go to floor above, descend through the hole that was created, see if we can assess the situation from there? Because I'm assuming we don't see the hole from where we are.
Correct. You don't see it on sub level 13.
Okay, go up to 12, drop down the hole. All right.
Why not?
And as you do that, Paloma, you become aware of 4 access halls here, all well lit. Again, there is the Project Galtus signal tower located down the first hall. There is the interplanar messaging index on the second hall. Then on the third hall is the dimensional fold compression lab. And on the fourth hallway is the secondary Voxum interface node point.
Okay.
And while all of you decide what to do, briefly, we will move to Pura, who is in the hangar bay. Kaizal is looking at the damage to the ship. What did you do to cause this much damage?
Well, you see the beam of light happen, and then Altrix and I tried to fix it, and it just didn't. It just didn't go well. So then we went to find you.
Yes, you seem to have dismantled the engine, crushed the outer hull, and is that a drill bit that you have attached to the front of the vessel?
Well, I had an idea that if we had to, escape here rather
Pura,
quickly, we could drill
this
our way out of
vessel
it.
is meant to fly. It is not
Yes,
a digging
yes.
machine.
But we had to get out of the blast doors that are sealed, that aren't supposed to be sealed. So,
Well, why don't you navigate through that hangar hole?
I thought the hangar hole was too small for the ship.
Well, your calculations would be correct, but that doesn't mean you can't force it.
Okay. But we got to get this thing flying, or one of these things flying, because apparently there is hypothetically, according to Altrix, that there is a moon falling.
As Kaizal looks up, yes, it does indeed seem that the hypothetical is real.
Okay, well, so if
you don't mind, I will need a series of components to fix this vessel, and approximately 6 days.
You got, like, an hour. How do we do this?
So you're asking me, a machine, to complete an impossible task. How would you feel if you were in my position?
Terrible, but we're in really dire circumstances here. I got a box that can eat a lot of things, so just tell me where to put the box, and you
have
work
done
on the
enough
engine.
damage to this vessel. It doesn't need more destruction. It needs construction.
Oh, okay. How do we do? Okay. What can we do to get it flying, to get us out of here?
I'll
quickly?
need to. The flying is not the problem. It's the moving forward once you're flying that is the issue.
Okay.
And that
How do
will
we
require me to
fix that?
repair the engine, and thus I will need a list of components and 6 days.
Can we take the engine from the other ship and put it into that ship?
Yes, that would be the components, but I still need 6 days.
Okay. Can we take the components of this ship and put it into a different ship in less than 6 days?
So long as the other vessel of your choosing has an active interfacing node with it, then yes, we can in fact do that.
Is that the?
That in fact is a better plan.
Is that the crystal? Please tell me it's not the
It
crystal.
is described as a crystalline structure, yes.
Can we take
Has
the
some-
crystal from this ship and put it into a different ship?
No. This crystal is particularly calibrated for this vessel. I don't have the mechanics or schematics or the time or manpower to complete a recalibration.
If
That would
I
take me
find the
30
crystal,
days.
if I find the crystal, because it's been removed, can you put it back in the ship? Into a different ship?
Well, yes, but again, that will take me longer than 6 days to fix this current
Oh
vessel.
my god. Okay. If I find the crystal from a different ship and we put it into the different ship, would that take less time?
Then repairing this ship? No.
Yes.
But it would take less time than taking this crystal from this vessel and putting it into a different one.
Okay, how long would it take if I get you the crystal from a different ship to put the crystal into the different ship?
By early calculations, probably 14 days.
Okay.
Oh, look, if it isn't the consequences of your own actions.
Not my actions.
Perhaps if you had taken better care of your vessel, this would not have happened. Or if your friends had not initiated a destructive sequence that seems to be threatening our very lives and existence.
I don't really need the sass right now. I need to figure out how we don't die.
I am incapable of sass. This is simply my understanding of what
No. This is definitely sass. And we need to figure out how to make this ship fly now.
And I have told you how to make it fly, but it will not happen now.
Is there any other robots that we can recruit or anything else? Is there anything? Just think big picture here, okay? How do we get this thing flying as fast as we can?
I suppose if you found other units like myself, we would be more equipped to slash, as you would say, the time that it would take to repair this vessel, though we have not successfully found any other Kaizals.
Where would other Kaizals be?
Well, they should be everywhere. But it seems that Big Dusty and the Big Duster family has cleaned up all of the scrap metal.
You just don't want me to have the ship, Mason. That's it. That's it.
It is not that I do not want you to have the ship, Pura. It is that there is a timeline you are asking me to accelerate. Have you ever heard the old saying, don't rush greatness? If we accelerate the repairs of the ship, it might catastrophically doom us all. More so than the moon above.
Okay, if I help you, and if I convince Altrix to help you and me, how fast can we do it?
Well, Altrix is not an arcano-mechanic for this type of vessel, so I believe he would be of no use at all.
Okay.
And you certainly are of no use in repairing this vessel. We've seen what you've done.
Well, I can remove the bridge,
sass?
Okay? If I remove the bridge and we remove the debris... Oh, okay.
It would still take 6 days for me to recalibrate this engine and sigils. It is doable. We just must wait 6 days.
Did Paloma tell me that we had less than 24 hours in order to not die?
You had already left when I figured that out.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't know that. Okay. Is there any other robot besides the Kaizals that might help?
First of all, we are not robots. I don't know what that is. We
Okay,
are
well, whatever the hell
constructs.
you are.
And Kaizals are the predominant engineering model available. I'm sure there are others, yes, that we could potentially find, but they would likely be less useful.
Okay. So, if I give you the crystal thingy that connects to your mind, right?
Yes.
And you put it into the ship, how long would that take?
This one or another one?
Another one. The one that's actually supposed to be for the ship.
Like I said, that would take approximately 14 days to complete that calibration.
Even though it's the same crystal for the ship.
Yes. I don't know how they got dislodged from their intentional housing unit. They were very secure.
Okay.
I don't appreciate the grimacing on your face. You look like I've done something wrong.
No, I'm just really stressed And the fact that my ship is in pieces now makes me upset.
Well,
And
I would
the fact that the moon is
recommend.
falling, yes,
No, you may continue. It's fine.
it's just there's just a lot of things going on, and I'm trying to figure out the best way for us not to die.
I understand. What a terrible weight you must carry upon your shoulders.
Yes.
If you are overly stressed, we could visit the medical bay, and that might help you alleviate some stress.
Is there an engineering bay maybe with other Kaizals?
There are multiple engineering bays. The next location I could think that would be useful in housing a Kaizal unit that would hopefully still be intact, note the number of ifs in that sentencing, would likely be on the South Plate, but we do not know where the South Plate is, so that may not be very helpful. But there is a cargo bay on the South Plate that would have housed a number of vessels like this and several Kaizal units, assuming they are all still intact.
So how do we get to the South Plate?
Well, I don't know where the South Plate is, so that's not very helpful. I don't know.
Okay. So what you're telling me is that these ships are pretty much destroyed and we need to find new ones.
That is not at all what I said. I said
Okay.
it could be repaired in a minimum of 6 days. You seem to be impatient. I cannot help with that. You cannot rush actual arcane engineering.
Okay. Can you start repairing the ship? I'm going to go try to find Paloma and everyone else and figure out what to do.
Yes, I can begin repairing the vessel.
Okay.
Begins to solder into the engine. Elsewhere,
Okay.
Back on sub-level 12, Paloma, Sizik, Zeiros, Altrix, Daikia, Genevieve, the whole gang, except for Rancor. Again, we don't know where he is. But which of the 4 hallways would you like to go down?
I mean, secondary Voxum interface node point. Because, Voxum's... Project Voxum's what got them here in the first place. I don't know if...
What's the names of the hallways again?
Project Galtus Signal Tower Interplanar Messaging Index, Dimensional Folds, Compression Lab, and Secondary Voxum Interface Node Point.
I'll go to the compression lab.
Was that
What?
3?
That was 4.
There's 4. Project Galta Signal Tower and Interplanar Messaging Index are separate.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I will go to the compression lab.
Okay.
What was the last
Compression
one?
lab.
Secondary
Secondary
Voxum
Voxum.
Interface Node Point.
Oh.
That's where I'm going.
Okay. Anybody else? Altrix, do you have a preference?
Compression lab.
Okay. And Zeiros, do you have a preference? Oh, I'm sorry. You're
Yeah,
Sizik,
I was like,
Sizik, where do you want to go?
Every place has been gone to, right?
No, only
Or
2
somebody-
of the 4.
Oh, okay. What?
Project
one of the
Galta
two?
Signal Tower and Interplanar Messaging Index have
We'll go to the messaging index. Why not?
Okay. All right. Sizik, we'll start with you then. Sizik, as you march down this hallway, entering into a chamber, there are kind of like what you saw on the core, kind of like one of those studios where there's lots of different crystals that are kind of lining the walls here. This one is not a studio. It seems to be more of a communication hub. There's a set of consoles in the middle where they could look around, and these rudimentary screens that these crystals seem to make up. So you can actually see a projection of some kind of crystals on there. A lot of the crystals in here are cracked or shattered. Some of them are melted. You're not quite sure how that happened. Some of them look intact, though, and one of them is labeled with a piece of parchment that's just kind of tacked to the crystal. It's labeled, "Do not reply."
And this is attached to just a crystal?
One of the many crystals in here. Yes.
I kind of want to try to do something.
reply.
There is energy to the majority of the northeast plate as power provided by Cortuxuk. So the area is operational to a degree, whatever operational state it's left in.
So, would I assume that the way to operate this was to just be speaking to the crystal, kind of like the shadow crystals?
Yeah, kind of. You'd go to like one of the terminals in the middle of the room. It's like a little wheel, kind of like what you saw in Aelithia, where you actually move around to kind of select something. It's like that, like a mouse, but it's a ball. You move around, select a crystal, highlight it, which highlights when it is selected, and then you just speak into the microphone crystal that's jutting up from the console.
You already know I'm gonna go straight for the do not reply one.
Yeah, of course. Okay.
So I'm gonna get it highlighted.
Okay.
Hello.
And then it waits for a few seconds after you stop speaking, and then there's a little button that lights up on this console that says send.
Okay. Now, how long do I wait? Would I have to keep it highlighted on this crystal to get the reply?
You're not sure, but probably not. But you have to hit the send button for it to actually go.
It's
still waiting for you
an
to
actual
record.
Button. Okay,
Yeah.
then yes, I will send it.
Okay. That crystal deselects, and it kind of folds on itself, turns inwards as if it's in its receive setting instead of recording setting. And somewhere, something gets a message. Hello? And who knows?
I'm gonna just spin the ball, go to a random crystal.
Okay.
Sent
Once
straight
it
to
stops-
John Akedon.
Once it stops, I'm just gonna. You're fat.
Okay.
Send.
Somewhere, someone.
And that's all I'll mess with.
Okay, totally fair. All right, over to Altrix and Zeiros in the Dimensional Fold Compression Lab. The two of you walk in here. The floor, it's a box. It's a cube room. The floor, however, is buckled downwards, as if something in here. It's smooth too. It doesn't look like it collapsed. Something like pressed up against this and caused it to bend underneath its own weight. And while you're both in here, if you don't mind, I would like both of you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Damn radiation.
no.
Sorry,
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
just a wee bit.
Just a little guy.
That's 9,152.
Okay, so natural one, got it.
No, it's 9.
Okay.
It's not a nat 1.
Okay,
But it's
9.
still not
Altrix?
great.
Still not great.
On 23.
23. All right, Altrix, you are unaffected by the following effects. Zeiros, however, you're actually Zeiros, you don't necessarily immediately feel anything. It's not like you're sickened or unhealthy or anything by this. However, you blink for a moment, kind of get this like strange, like weird, disorienting headache, almost like a vertigo spell. It goes away very quickly though, and you open your eyes and look at Altrix, and Altrix is huge. He is 500 times taller than you. And then you realize that it's perhaps not Altrix that grew in size, but you have shrunk in size. And you have instead, your size is now tiny.
Altrix! Altrix!
Altrix will just stop, not looking at Zeiros, and just a deep breath
Look
as
at me!
he prepares for whatever fucking shenanigan has occurred.
I'm down here!
And will slowly turn around and look down.
Zeiros is miniaturized.
This really is 6'1".
500 times smaller.
Yeah,
Why?
5'11" now!
What'd you do? That doesn't make sense. I'm 5'10" and a half.
I don't know what I did. I just woke up, or I like blinked, and this is how it was. I'm gonna guess it's something to do with the room.
Compression lab.
Well, yeah, I guess a compression lab. I got compressed.
All right, Zeros, you just get out of here. We need to know if this ends if you leave.
I will leave the room.
Okay, Zeros, you are still tiny.
Can I do an Arcana check to see if I were to what is it? Yeah, if I were to cast a spell magic, how like effective that would be on this?
Yep, go ahead.
Cool. That is going to be a 19. Oh, sorry, 17. I forgot I have one level of exhaustion. Wait, didn't I get a long rest? Or did you?
You did. You did, and you should be at 0 exhaustion points. So that is a 19.
Oh, okay. Okay, 19 then, yeah.
And to answer your question, no effect.
No effect.
You're not under the effect of a spell.
What would I need to roll to figure out what I am under the effect of?
You are under the effects of dimensional fold compression. You don't know what that means, but...
Well, Altrix also did make a con save on the migraine that this room has inflicted upon him indirectly through Zeros. And we'll just start looking about this room for more details.
Okay. It is again, because Cortuxuk is operational, a lot of these chambers are operational. Perhaps this one was left to trigger the moment something was there. Accidental, of course. Probably should have been left like that. But because of that, the city kind of, without a blink of an eye, just kind of fell apart. You know, as it is. There is a terminal on the wall or away from the center of the room that you can operate. However, it is not written in the language that you understand. It is, however, written in Orin, which you can at least grapple with, knowing that Paloma and Mirex, of course, are the only people that can see that.
Damn.
And speaking of Paloma, elsewhere, Paloma, you walk into the secondary Voxum interface node point. Of course, this was believed to have cross-linked data with Project Voxum on the Akedonian core. Of course, it is completely disabled. There are terminals like turned over, walls are like half fallen in. Even though there's power in this room, it is not operational. But what you do know is that the very far back corner seems to have been sliced through just barely by the beam of energy released from far below. And as you can look down into that that space, it does in fact drop into a tank of water. Not the beam didn't puncture, I should say, clarify, is not falling down further, but instead this is like a secondary portion that broke off after the beam split up through this space. Jostled this room just enough to kind of give way, and there's a hole that leads down into the sub-level 13 below.
Okay. I don't think there's anything of use in here.
Sure.
I will leave.
Okay. And as all of you determine what the best course of action is, Pura, after not yelling, but basically yelling at Kaisel and trying to find the rest of the group, heading back down to sub-level 20, and all of you are on sub-level 12, Pura, as the elevator door opens and you are met now with 2 feet of water instead of 1, that kind of fills into the elevator space. You can tell that if you do not act quickly, you will be flooded. And trapped underwater in a number of sublevels. But we'll get back to that in a moment after this brief intermission. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you in just a moment after this break.
Oh.
And welcome back. Okay. Welcome back now. Moving forth now. As most of you, minus Pura, have reconvened on sublevel 12. Again, the Project Galtus Signal Tower remains an unexplored pathway, but those of you coming back from each of the other 3 hallways can share what you have found. Oh, Anna's gone.
Hello! I'm small!
Finally, I am not the smallest one anymore.
Yeah,
Paloma.
you're not.
What?
It's written in weird language.
Okay, hold on. And she'll
I
like
sent a
climb down
message.
from Owen's shoulders where she has been avoiding the water.
Also, try not to get compressed.
God.
No,
I
the
always-
water's not on this level.
Yeah, the water's not on this level.
Is it? Oh, it's not. My bad.
It's
Yeah.
lower down.
It's lower down.
But
yeah.
I sent messages, but I do not know to whom or to where. So that is fun.
Fair enough. Nonetheless, Paloma, as you are led back to follow Altrix and mini Zeiros into this chamber, you can in fact read the instructions, and it does seem that there's a little bit of malfunction going on, but with a little finagling, you should be able to get Zeiros back to the proper size. There is a chance, though, that might not work, so there will be a dice roll involved.
Okay.
But
Add
let me
anything
have
to
you-
the dice roll?
no, and again, Paloma, you can roll this, Altrix can roll this, or Zeiros. I don't really care. One of you can call dibs.
What role is it?
It's going to be a D8.
Oh, just chance? Okay.
Yeah, just chance.
If my character is going to be stuck small forever, I want to be the one to roll it.
Sure, totally fair. All right, here, before you say the number, what you're looking for here, and again, you can't add anything to this, but on a 3 or higher, everything goes just according to plan. On a 1, something bad happens. On a 2, something bad happens. So you can tell me what you rolled.
2.
Really?
Yep.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
All right. Paloma, you are instructing Altrix kind of to move the machinery around. Things begin to point, and kind of beams of energy begin to shoot into Zeiros to kind of maximize this. Unfortunately, you hit that threshold right where you should stop, and it doesn't cut off. And you have to kind of kick it, and then kick it again for the system to take off. And Zeiros, you are instead now permanently stuck at the large size instead of medium.
1 second.
As Zeiros' head like scrapes the top of the ceiling.
Well, damn, that didn't last long.
Could have been stuck.
Altrix succeeds another save against a migraine.
Went too far in the
Altrix
other
is
direction.
bleeding.
There's a computer in there. It's in weird language.
Okay.
Okay.
So I don't know
I'm-
what else is in there.
Sorry. Okay. Sorry. I had someone interrupt me. I'm stuck
Okay.
at large.
Yeah, permanently.
Okay. That's actually kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. I'm okay with that.
Okay. What does the
Okay.
What does the computer say?
This will be cool.
That was the computer that you were just operating.
Oh, that was it. Okay.
Unless I have to. So like I there's nothing I can do to like change it though at all.
Yeah, no, that's you're stuck.
Cool. I can get out of the room, right?
Yeah, you kind of have to duck your head under the doorway.
It's like, you know, I'm kind of looking at this. I kind of pretty big now. This probably adds to like the fear factor. People's gonna see me. Wait, what happens if I wanna use my little shifting thingy?
Okay.
Am I just a large person now?
You are, in fact, a large person. No, I'm kidding. No, that actually doesn't interfere at all because that's magic. You instead drop back to a medium size.
Interesting. That's actually really interesting. Wait, that's actually kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. Is there any bonuses to being large?
No,
Other than I know like I have a larger like
Yeah, you take up 4 squares on a battle map instead of 1.
Yeah, and I
So,
know there's like
that's it.
there's some things with that, like you get like an interesting size for spells and stuff like that. It's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, but mechanically speaking, no. There are no mechanical
Cool.
or statistical
I
changes.
will I'll stay medium for now. I'll just stay.
Okay.
So I guess now I can add that to the little feature of the, or I guess you can add that to the feature that I now change sizes.
Yeah. But anyway, nonetheless, as the 4 of you on this level with Daikia and Owen and everybody else can begin to. Actually, I'll say that maybe Daikia went down to the Project Galta signal tower and has come back, and we'll just do it that way. So this seems to be a distribution center of some kind. It almost seems like we could redirect the energy flow to a different area of Akedon should we choose to do that. But I didn't want to mess with anything. I think if we shift, like if we were, for example, if we were to target the core, I think we would lose most of our power here. It seems like you can only target one area at a time. Anyway, something to note, I guess. Did any of you find an access point? Altars, that's what we're looking for, right?
Access point for what?
There's a leak, and we need to find
right.
a way inside, down to sublevel 13 without us being pressure blasted through the blast doors.
I found a room that just has a hole through the bottom into a pool of water.
That's probably what we're looking for. So what do we do with that?
Who can hold their breath the longest? Probably Altrix.
I mean, yeah.
Okay. So what exactly are you attempting to do?
Yeah.
I mean, so essentially we have a rift to the elemental plane of water in that room. We need to close it by some means.
Okay. How do you propose we close a water rift?
Well, first we need to figure out what is causing it. What caused it to open?
Maybe the huge explosion we set off.
Well, yes, that, but it's not an explosion opens a rift. That's not exactly what happens. I presume it's more of a chain of events that occurred. I believe that perhaps more likely the power coming back on might have activated some sort of mechanism inside, opening such a rift.
So if we shift the power somewhere else, you think that'll close it?
Perhaps, but again, if I go in, I could perhaps confirm such a theory before we turn off the power, and perhaps the blast doors may not hold as effectively should we do so.
Probably a good idea.
Again, just to
But
confirm a hypothesis.
But the doorway we observed on the sublevel below us was rusting. That wouldn't have occurred just in a few moments. So what if the rift has nothing to do with the power coming back on?
Well, we are the only way we're going to know what's going on in that room is, I suppose, if we check.
Well, very well. Be quite dangerous, but I suppose what is not here? So you want to just descend below?
I mean, does anyone have a better idea?
Well, I mean, we don't exactly know how much time it'll take for the lower sublevel to fill up, but or what a massive amount of water might do to Cortuxuk's systems. But the mainframe should be still operational, and that's above us, right? On sub-level 7? So
I
if
suppose.
if Cortuxuk can be submerged underwater and that wouldn't harm it, then we should be able to still access it for some time. But that only delays an inevitable issue that all of the sub-levels will continue to fill up until either an equilibrium is reached or it floods the entire plate.
I mean, in that case, we could just go at the top, right? The hole that we blasted through it?
Oh, sure. No, it's not that we would be trapped here. It's more so that I don't want to drown all the possible research that could be done in this entire area.
I guess, but our main purpose was, like, making sure no one else got it. And if the place is flooded, then, like, and everything's destroyed, no one else can get it.
Sure, I suppose that's fair.
Not exactly.
It does not help us understand anything from our perspective, but to a degree, it would act as a deterrent.
I mean, if anything, the frostbitten wastes themselves were a greater deterrent, but
Well, we not necessarily on limited time, so to speak, but we don't have forever. There's also quite a large section of this area that we've yet to explore, or maybe we don't want to. I don't know if that's really, I guess, beyond my choice. I think all of us need to make that decision ourselves. Pura, about this time, you've been kind of going up one floor at a time, trying to find everybody and step out onto sub-level 12. Where everyone's...
Before, can I say that I talked with Cortuxuk and asked where other Kaizals were?
Sure. Korthals would have given you the same answer as Kaisel did, that you might want to check the cargo bay over on sub-level 1 of the South Plate.
Okay.
And then you arrive at sub-level
12. Hey guys, there's about 2 feet of water now on sub-level 20.
we're aware.
And Kaisel said the ship's going to take about 6 days to fix at the moment. He said, and also Cortuxuk said that we might have more luck if we go to the South Plate and go to the engineering bay over there. There is a lot more Kaizals apparently, and maybe a different ship.
Perhaps.
So, I mean, that's kind of all I got right now. Unless y'all have any other ideas of what we should do.
At this point, I'm a little bit lost on what we even can do.
Yeah.
Same.
So I kind of like the exit plan, but if anyone doesn't like that, I feel like if we can find a ship and leave, that would probably be our best course of action.
I think I'm missing a key piece of information. The hypotheticals you were saying earlier, Altrix and Pura, is that not a hypothetical?
I don't know, Altrix. Is it hypothetical?
Hypothetically, we should assume they're not.
That they're not hypothetical?
Okay. That explains your desire to leave so quickly then.
Yeah.
However, if the moon is falling out of the sky, where are we going to go that's going to be safe on the planet of Aelithia?
Well, there's space. Because those ships can fly in space. We can
Okay,
just leave.
so
Aelithia.
I'm not one for just dipping. I think
What
I'd
about
rather
the rest of
solve
the
the
people
problem.
on Aelithia? Also, what if it could do damage to AUKUS and such?
Well,
Not to
maybe we
mention
can
the-
use a ship to stop the moon falling.
Yeah,
Maybe?
I'm more for that idea.
Okay.
I don't know if there's anything to that, but who knows what we could find in this fucking place.
Yeah.
Do you think we could
Either
pray
way.
to the gods again and see if they'll actually do something?
I seriously
You know?
fucking doubt they will. You know, I don't know
You-
who these fuckers are, but they don't seem to be very nice or fucking helpful
They're not.
ever. So,
You know what?
How about this? I am going to attempt to figure out what the hell is going on in Water Room, and see if I can't prevent us from all drowning before we do anything else. I think that would be cool. Step one. Y'all investigate this other location, another craft, more bots to repair the one we have.
Okay.
Maybe that's a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do we have any idea where the south plate might be?
to the south.
Is that in the map in my
Yeah.
head?
Paloma, you do have a map of all the plates of Akedon. But they, again, were one cohesive city. They were all just continuous areas of the city kind of built together, and they were simply termed those areas, less so because they were individual geological formations, and more so as like, that's just the area of the city that's in. That's the northeast side, that's the west side, that's the south side, that's the core. Unfortunately, you don't know where the south plate would have landed, nor do you know if it's intact, given the map. So if you were to be able to find it, you have a map of what that layout looks like. It does not necessarily help you identify where to look for it.
Yeah. Can we do our best?
Like maybe go to the surface and walk around.
You certainly can.
It's not snowy up there anymore.
Nope.
Yeah.
That's not.
There's a lot of things uncovered. Maybe.
Alright. Oh yeah, good point.
Possibly.
Good point. We can try
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
You want me to see if let's see, Helm's a god of protection. Try him again. One of his paladins are here. Maybe. Oh no! Can you try reaching Helm and seeing if things gonna happen?
Owen tries very hard not to flip you off and then walks away.
So I don't think he's a paladin of Helm anymore.
Yeah, they kind of
don't think- Again, none of these gods are going to help.
Sure, okay. They may not want to help us, but maybe they want to help the rest of Aelithia.
I don't look. All I
From
know
the
about these
fucking
gods
moon?
is that they fucked off a long time ago and haven't been useful since.
Let's see. Okay, can I roll to see who the god of the moon is?
Yeah, give me a religion check or a history check would be fine as well.
I'm gonna do a. Do I still
Religion.
have Do I still
I got
have?
you either way with help action.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask if I still had Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna do a fucking religion check, but I was gonna ask if I still had what's it called?
The book.
No, it's the spell enhance ability if that was still on, if it's been an hour.
I'll say it's still up. I'll say this will be the last roll
Yeah.
that you can make with that though.
Cool. Then I don't need the help action, but I appreciate it. Damn. I'm really glad I have advantage. That is going to be a 15.
15. I mean, it's not like it's a big secret. I would say the DC to know that would probably be 10, just average knowledge. Lunaries, or
Lunaries.
sometimes called Saloon, others call her Elistre, the Moon Mother, the Lady of the Moon. There's a lot of names that she goes by, but her primary predominant title is Lunaries.
Okay, it's like, well, maybe she actually might be pretty angry that the moon got blasted. Actually, could she be dead?
I don't know if gods can die.
I don't know.
At
Well,
least not by the nothing less.
I'm going to enhance ability again on my intelligence, and I'm going to attempt to contact this god.
Okay. That is simply going to cancel out your disadvantage. So this should be a straight roll.
Okay. 13.
13. What do you say or pray?
I'm like, hey, the moon got blasted and is falling to Earth.
Earth?
Aelithia.
Or Aelithia, can you help?
Yep. And there is not. You don't even feel anything. At least with Helm, you like felt something, and then you actually spoke to him. There is nothing here.
I don't think
you're
I
not
made
sure.
contact.
Yeah. Not sure if that's a cold shoulder intentionally, or if you just didn't reach out.
Well, either she is ignoring me, which, seems par for the gods, or she can't do shit. Or she just, didn't get contacted. Either way, I guess it's up to us to not have the moon destroy, like, Aelithia? I don't know. I feel like that a big object like that hitting the planet would do quite a bit of damage.
No, let's just be honest. Realistically speaking, there's nothing we can do to stop the moon from falling down to the surface of Aelithia.
What if we moved the Aelithia?
You can't just move a planet.
But you can shoot a moon and have it fall down.
Also,
But
I mean,
moving
like,
a planet
they
is
moved
that's
Akedon.
out of the question.
Yeah, with the little shunting boxes that I was talking about earlier.
Yes, but first of all, we don't know nearly enough detail about how those things actually operate to actually do that. And even if we did, Akedon is a lot smaller than the planet of Aelithia.
What
We
if
can move
we
the
were to use
moon.
the shunting boxes to shunt the moon?
Yeah.
That's still way bigger than where we're currently at. I don't think you understand the scale difference.
Well,
I've never been
we
to the
just
moon,
need
so
to
yeah, I wouldn't
find
know.
more of the shunting boxes.
Right. That's fair. I'm not discrediting any of your ideas. I'm simply saying that I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying.
Okay, so we should go to the South Plate is our next goal.
Yeah, I guess so.
I suppose so. Altrix, you are attempting to dive into the water-filled room. Do you want someone to stay back and help you with that? Can anybody swim with you, or do you want someone holding a rope for you?
I guess Owen'll can stay behind.
Okay. Okay. Very well. I think the rest of us can go take a look, see what we can find.
Okay.
Well, as Owen'll and Altrix gather to begin their endeavors, the rest of you can. Okay. The rest of you can leave this area and navigate back up to the frostbitten waste, climbing back out of that crevasse back onto the surface, which again, there's no snow. It is simply just ground for several miles. This entire basin is blasted free of snow. There are simple collections of water pools that have kind of dotted where the waters have collected. What water is left, at least, that it wasn't instantaneously vaporized. Now on the surface, you all have a much clearer view of what you're witnessing. Now, it is barely dawn at this point, as Aneris is actually shining, and you can actually see the dome of the star on the horizon. But the atmosphere above, as you look up, you can still see Felro as it is nearing its descent on the horizon. Much closer than when you last saw it. And there, again, are large chunks of presumably rock and other materials that are both kind of in upper atmosphere orbit and also kind of flying off the side of the moon where it was struck. and that is about to disappear from your vision, at least. But there are a large spread of those meteors that will eventually fall down, presumably. Some of which are headed in this direction, and others are headed in a different direction. So there's kind of a spreading dome of like an umbrella over Aelithia's crust. Nonetheless, though, as you can look around, you can see back to the core where you first encountered Akedon. And to the west of here, there is another opening in the ground that you first detected originally when coming back out of the Akedon core as well. Presumably, if that is in the westward direction, that would be west, and hopefully the west plate. You do not see another entrance there for the south plate.
Maybe we can enter through the west plate and then see if there's an entrance on down there to the south plate.
Yeah.
What if it's buried? I mean, all of these areas that we've explored so far, we've only found because there have been cracks in the surface that have fallen through into their sublevels. But what if the structural integrity held and it didn't fall through? Or what if it completely was obliterated? I mean, we don't... That's a scary thought.
I mean, I don't know how to find it. Like, if it is completely buried, I wouldn't know how to accurately find it.
Right. Well, I suppose the west plate's our best option then?
Unless someone
I
can
guess so.
see through the ground.
I cannot.
Right, to the west plate.
And she, Paloma, she'll actually place a hand on your shoulder and kind of pull you a little bit back from the rest of the group while all of you are kind of walking. It's not that far of a trek over, but it's probably a quarter mile, half mile or so. Sorry, Paloma, I understand we're all a little frazzled, but you particularly seem frustrated.
It is frustrating to basically have no progress made. To be here and have little to nothing to show for the, we still don't know what happened to Akedon. We still don't know why everybody's searching this place down. We've been here and we went through a fuck ton of shit to get here, and all we've gotten from it is almost drowned, and the moon is falling now.
Fair. But if you don't mind, I could contend perhaps a couple of those observations. It does seem that we don't have nothing to show for it. I think we have at least a solid foundation for an understanding of how Akedon somewhat operated, its hierarchical government, the projects they were working on, the research they were doing. And though we don't know the specifics of how Akedon met a disastrous end, you were able to uncover something, and that's better than nothing. And considering the fact that there are a number of, frankly, powerful technologies that we've uncovered, even though we don't fully understand how to use them, I would think that would be an explanation of why people are so interested in it.
Yeah. The darkness did try to kill us.
I wouldn't sell yourself short on your accomplishments.
I am Supreme Leader now.
Well, there you go. See, there are good things that come out of it.
But if we destroy this place, then I'll be Supreme Leader of nowhere.
Well then, if I had to make a decision, I don't really want to destroy Akedon. I think there's a lot of stuff we've yet to learn. I would much rather continue exploration here, assuming we all survive the moon falling on top of us. But
how do we keep people from just coming back over and over and over and over again to try and get the stuff that is here? Like, if we stop whoever's coming right now, then what's to say someone else doesn't come after them, or after that, or,
Exactly, and that is the problem with keeping secrets, is that they don't stay secrets forever. I've learned that in my own life, and I'm sure anybody can attest, and this is just one big secret. We can do our best to protect Akedon and its research and its technology and even its location, but eventually, maybe even after we're all dead and gone, eventually someone else will find Akedon, and what they do with that is things out of our control to a certain degree. It's more so about managing or trying to manage what we do know, trying to understand it ourselves and then making decisions about how to go from there, and less so about controlling who has access to Akedon.
What if we just tell everyone about it?
Well, I mean, that's, I suppose, the opposite end of the spectrum, and then everyone is aware, and both people, good and bad, would have their hands on it. I don't know if that's any better than no one knowing.
I mean, if more eyes are on it, then,
Sure. I mean, I would love to research this and document it and write a paper or a research article or a journal or a history book and submit that to libraries across the globe and research, not necessarily for accolades, but just for understanding. I mean, the minds of the world would be far superior to our own in trying to understand this.
And I want to sell all the shiny stuff I've found.
Right. Well, perhaps telling people was the best way to get the best of both worlds. But don't tell yourself that you haven't accomplished anything. I understand we've survived thick and thin through terrible weather and a terrible tower, and met some auspicious people along the way. But I don't think it's been worthless. Maybe.
I guess we'll see.
I suppose so. Speaking of seeing, here's a hole in the ground. As all of you arrive at the presumed entrance to Akedon's west plate, instead of a straight drop like your previous two encounters, this one kind of slopes downwards. A more recent fall, as well as the ground seems to be much looser here. Kind of slopes into a archive of some kind. It looks like.
All right. Should I go down there and check first? Make sure everything looks good.
Sure.
I mean, you are the fastest and also can read the actual plates.
Is there... Well, it's just regular ground now. So could I,
Yeah.
I could, spike a rope into the ground, right? Just...
Yeah, if you wanted to.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
And then I will head down.
Okay. Kind of just walking down almost like a ramp, really steep, but a 45-degree angle or so. Slopes down into a rather magnificent chamber. A large dome rises up and likely just under the surface from where you enter. But there are semi-floating chairs, podiums that are kind of floating around in this space. And there's some glass walls, some of which are still intact, and some of which are shattered. This seems to be some kind of grand assembly hall, much like a lecture hall or a teaching hall of some kind. And from here, there are 4 hallways that branch out from this space, as well as a descent shaft, very centralized in this place as well.
Like the elevator in the last place?
Yes.
Okay.
Would Paloma know where we're at because of the map in her head?
Yes, Paloma, this is in fact the West Plate, and you are standing in the Grand Assembly Hall on sublevel 1 of the West Plate. To your knowledge and understanding, there are 11 sublevels of the West Plate.
Okay.
So not as large as the other 2.
Do I off the top of my head, know of any access points to the south plate from the west plate?
Yes, there would have been. Again, this is all assuming things are still intact, but there would have been on almost every other sublevel, starting at sublevel 2, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, a access hallway that would have entered into the south plate.
Okay. Then I will go back up and tell everyone that.
Okay.
So I think we just need to go down one level.
Also, I'm gonna completely correct what I just said. That's not entirely true.
Oh.
Only sublevels 2, 6, 2, 4, and 6 would have had access hallways, not
Okay.
8 and 10. My apologies.
Down one level.
Sounds good.
Okay. Now, unlike the northeast plate that you just left, this plate does not have any energy right now. So if anybody wants to try to activate the descent shaft, you will need to channel some energy into that.
I can channel 2.
Can I do an Arcana check to see how much we need to do?
Yeah, that's fine. So 2 Pura.
2 second levels.
Okay. It's 4.
So 4. That is going to be a 23.
23. You need one more spell slot. Or spell
Well,
level.
I'll put it.
Oh, okay.
I'll put it in.
Okay, great. With that, with 5 levels, the descent chamber activates, and it is operational, and it can take you down from sublevel 1 all the way down to 11.
All right. Well, we're just down to sublevel 2.
Yeah, totally fair. And down to sublevel 2, there are 3 access hallways that branch out from here. Paloma just getting a read for the chamber, of course. The first one is the Project Statue Mirror. And that's STATU, and then the word mirror, all as one word.
Okay.
Okay. The second is the Enforcement Dispatch. And then the third is the Historical Verdict Archives.
I'll go to the Historical Verdict Archives.
Okay.
Okay. I will go to I'll go to Enforcement Dispatch.
Okay. Sizik Pura.
I'll go to Enforcement Dispatch too.
Sizik.
Oh, I'll just wait. I'm not gonna go anywhere.
Okay. All right. Zeiros, as you arrive in the Historical Verdict Archives, there are stone slabs that functionally record every significant legal case since Akedon's foundation. A lot of them are cracked into tiny pieces of stone that you can try to piece together, but you're not sure which ones go to the right one. A few of them are barely legible, but the ones you can make out are relatively ground-breaking or very much citywide changing things that were instituted by the Magisterium Conclave, the leaders of Akedon. Things like the directives that were placed forth that you all acquired with Cortuxuk. Things like that are just these big landmark court cases, much like we have in the modern world, where things were certain decided, people would get into disputes, one side would win, make better cases, and thus that would set a precedent for rulings going forth. Unfortunately, now that is not particularly beneficial, as that society does not exist.
Okay. Any interesting cases?
You find one that it's not necessarily about the autonomy itself, but it seems to be an extension of autonomy to the arcane constructs of Akedon. And the battle, the court was in favor of granting, not necessarily sentience, but granting autonomy, the ability of choice and the knowing ability of choice to the many constructs that were present in Akedon. And that is a unique take, as the other side seemed to have positioned that perhaps it would have been very dangerous to give machines sentience, but the court found in favor that by letting them be aware what they were created for, they would likely have a better understanding if they had will, and thus they would have the ability to choose to do what they were designed to do.
Cool.
But elsewhere, on another hallway, Paloma and Pura, you walk into the enforcement dispatch. This seems to be a dispatch location. There are metal walls, and within that there are doors that are placed in each one. Large doors that span from floor to ceiling, much like you would find when you go to like a storage center, where they have the big rolling doors where you can go. They're about that size, about 10 feet wide, and then up off the floor about 15 feet or so. And most of them they're sealed with some kind of metal, but a couple of them are open. Some of them are hollow. On the backside, they seem to be like a cubicle housing unit. Some of them are completely empty, but a couple of them, one particular that seems the most intact, seems to be like a sentinel golem that is still standing inert. It has very large limbs and a very rotund body with a little circular spherical head with some eyes, but it is completely inert and powered down at the moment.
Do I see any way to turn it on?
Not directly. There seems to be, if you were to channel energy into it, then you probably could try to power it up again.
Okay. Are the doors labeled?
The doors are labeled. They start all with OPX and then a dash. And then every one of them is 62.G and then another dash. And then each number is different. The one particularly that you're looking at is 004, but there's, down on the left there, or on the right, there's 001, 002, 003, 004, so on and so forth. And there's about 30 of them in this chamber.
Okay. Do they appear openable in any capacity?
The ones that are closed, if you were incredibly strong, probably so. You would need some serious might, though, to pry those doors open.
Okay. Owens not here. Well, are any of them already open?
Yes, the one you're looking at, OPX-62.G-004, is the one that has the golem that is most intact behind it. There are a couple other ones where they're like tilted or they're smushed a little bit from collapsed walls. One might be missing a limb or something, but this one seems the most intact.
Does it look like it has like it's armed, or does it look like it's being
Hard to
engineered?
tell.
What? Okay.
No, this one, it definitely looks more like it's defense and less engineering.
Defense. Okay.
Okay. And then these were the only 3 places on this sublevel, right? Like,
Yes.
I know there's supposed to be, or there historically was a passage to the south plate here. Look,
Yes.
now that I've seen like the floor, do I know where that would be?
Yes, you think actually in the Project Statue Mirror hallway there would have been another corridor that extends past that would have gone into the south plate.
Okay. I will go there then.
Okay. And sure enough, again, the actual area is much like a kind of sort of like a courtroom. But instead, there is a spherical ball in the middle on a pedestal or a pillar. Almost looks like a scrying orb, and it seems to be a judgment center. Of course, the orb is cracked, and the orb seems to be flickering between different scenes, almost like it's replaying the life of random individuals, flickering between them and what they did during their life. And you can immediately tell that whoever operated this, the Akedonians, privacy was not something that you had as a citizen. You could be observed at any time with something like this. And obviously, if people couldn't track you down, that might be a different thing. And obviously, like a scrying, you might need other things to activate that. But the principal idea is that you could detect and watch people from this location.
Gross.
Very.
And then do we find the door to the south plate?
You do. There is another corridor that extends beyond this one, and it does so far seem to be still intact, if not a bit collapsed, but still manageable.
Okay. Then I'll go tell everyone else.
Okay. All right. All of you, including Daikia, are cued in to the existence of a hallway, perhaps leading to the south plate.
Let's go.
All right.
You begin to trudge down this hallway, and as you kind of have to narrow down single file, squeeze by Zeiros, if you were in your large form, it would be difficult to get through here, if not impossible. But thankfully, with your medium-sized form, you can actually kind of squeeze through these areas. Sizik and Paloma, though, you basically have very little challenge getting through the space. Small little crevices that other people might have to get down and crawl on their elbows, but the two of you can actually kind of just weave your way through. It opens into a looks like a refinery of some kind in another area.
Okay. Are there any other hallways that branch off this one?
Yes, there is another hallway that continues beyond this one, likely leading to a more primary descent chamber like you found in every plate.
Okay.
And then Paloma, just kind of following a mental map, you would note that this, again, is sub-level 2 of the south plate. This is the Essence Refinery.
Okay. If we go into the main descent chamber, is this the only thing on the floor?
No, there are 3 other hallways. There is the Project Iridin Phase Sync Chamber. Iridin is spelled I-R-I-D-Y-N. And then the Dimensional Conduction Vault. And then the last one is a series of summoning nodes. So it's a hallway that branches off into multiple little clusters. However, it seems that a number of those hallways are inaccessible. The only one that is available is summoning node 2-E.
Are we
what?
looking?
2-E. Go ahead, Jerry.
Are we looking for a hangar or an engineering bay?
Cortuxuk recommended a cargo bay, like a hangar bay.
A cargo bay. Okay.
And the third room was dimensional what?
Dimensional conduction vault.
Okay. Do I know where a hangar bay would be?
From your current position, it would be 1 level up from where you're at on sub-level 1.
Okay. Can we get... Is this left the same? Does this one also need to be...
Yeah, it also needs to be powered up.
Okay.
Okay. I can put.
Don't worry, Daiku will put all 5 in there.
Oh, okay. That's nice of her.
As it powers up again. To 1.
All right, up to 1.
Okay.
Sounds good.
And as it opens, there are 3 spaces here. Really 2 spaces and 1 really large space, I should say. The cargo bay being the larger of the places. But the other 2 hallways that branch away from this space, Paloma, as you can read them, is the Project Zenthrail Manifest Chamber. Zenthrail is Xenthrail.
project's been through a what?
Manifest chamber.
Okay.
And then the other hallway is the transit decontamination field. And it actually seems that this hallway, the transit decontamination field, is what actually leads into the cargo bay. So they're kind of one long unit.
Okay.
Do we see any ships or?
So as you march down this this large hallway, wide enough that people could move cargo in and out. That's what it's for. It's much like a warehouse hallway, less of a corridor like you've seen previously. But as you get really close to the cargo bay's entrance, there is a series of glass plates on all four sides of this corridor, with these pulsating pink lights that just kind of hum, kind of on their own, and you would have to walk through that to get into the cargo bay.
Okay. Are there like loose rocks nearby?
Yeah, you can definitely find some loose rocks.
Can I like toss a loose rock in front of him?
Yeah, just throw it through it. It flies through. It lands on the other side.
Okay.
Nothing seems to happen.
Can I take one of my femurs and throw it through the
Sure.
pink stuff?
As it spins end over end, also clatters on the other side.
Oh, summon a goat.
Oh yeah, good idea. I take
Goat.
my little ball. It is going to be.
This is Pura's favorite item ever.
It's so great. Look at that. It's a 4. It's a goat.
It's a goat.
Right, toss the goat.
All right, goat.
Toss the
Run
goat.
that way.
As it kind of trots through, walks through, and Jared, I need to actually. Can you read me what the actual like item's description is? I know what it summons, but like there should be a main paragraph above that describes what it does. So go ahead.
So you take magic action, throw the fuzzy object, throw it 20 feet, transforms into a monster. The creature is friendly to you and your allies, and it acts immediately after you or your initiative count. You could take a bonus action to command how the creature moves and what action it takes on its next turn, such as attacking a enemy. In the absence of such orders, creature acts in a fashion appropriate to its nature. That's right. The creature vanishes at the next dawn, or when it is reduced to 0 hit points.
Okay. And the goat on the other side, just kind of looking back at you, waiting for further instruction as it has walked through this field and nothing has happened to it.
Does it look bloodied or
It's
injured?
fine. Looks like a goat.
Okay.
A non-tauntauned goat.
I walk up to the pink lights.
Okay.
I stick my pinky finger
Oh no.
Okay.
into the pink.
And
thing.
nothing happens.
All
Oh,
right.
okay. All right, let's go.
Okay.
I think the goat
sure.
was the definitive thing.
Sure. Pura, you walk through this, and you feel like a little tingle as you walk through, but like that's it. Nothing terrible by any means. Paloma, you walk through as well, totally fine. Sizik, are you walking through this chamber as well?
Yeah.
Okay. As you step into this chamber, the pink lights red as they are glowing, and they're actually like little beams begin to point on all different directions and actually focus on the staff that you're holding. And there's as if they have identified something that shouldn't be here, potentially dangerous, if you will.
Wonderful. Well,
But it does not stop you from walking through. It's just more of a detection thing.
Well, there's no way
If
to
it
get us, so.
is, I was going to say, if it is making such a big stink, then perhaps I should not go through, in case certain things are disabled within the presence of the stick.
Or you could put it in the bag of holding.
I suppose I could do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Staff goes in with
Alright.
my 2 bags of holding.
The one with the tabaxi then, of course.
Yes, of course.
And then Sizik walks through as the color shifts back to pink, magenta,
While
and
the staff's
Daikyo
in
walks
there.
through also.
One of the
yeah.
Tabaxi men attunes to it.
No, they do not.
They give them
Zeiros.
unlimited power.
Zeros,
I am gonna go through.
You begin to walk through this field as well, but something different happens to you. Not only do the lights turn red, but your form transitions back to your Wendigo form. It is nullified by the effects of this space.
Ah, it gets rid of shape-shifting magic. That is unfortunate.
Yeah.
You
Am I
can
able
also-
to? If I go through, am I able to shift again? Do I feel like I
Yeah.
can or no?
No, you can.
Okay, so it's just going specifically
Yeah.
through. Okay, I'm not going to shift again, but unless I need to for like size wise.
This is practically TSA for Akedon. It is, you arrive, you want to get into the city from the cargo bay. We're going to push everything through here, and it is designed to detect anything wrong, get rid of shape-shifting magic, and basically delete any sigils that shouldn't be there. But for you, harmless for Akedon's sake, at least, you seem to be able to enter the cargo bay unfazed.
All right. What do we see on the other side?
You see a massive docking area, much like the hangar bay you've already seen. It would have received cargo from the outside world. The hangar doors, of course, are closed because there's stone on the other side. A lot of the equipment in here looks entirely destroyed. There is a single ship. It is snapped in half as one of the massive cranes has fallen on top of it and has kind of crumpled over it. And as you look around, there actually is a couple of Kaizals, but they all look, they're either missing their lower half of their body or their heads are fallen off. It would require some repair for some Kaizals to be fixed in this location.
Oof. That's a bummer. Sorry.
Oh, there's
bro.
not one single
Not a single
Kaizal.
one. Not a single one. In
Not even
fact.
one.
Not even one.
That is unfortunate.
That is unfortunate. I would say we can wait the 6 days, but we're probably gonna be dead by then. So
Dead.
Most likely.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, Altrix isn't here to help us fix these, so
No.
want to head down to sub-level 3?
Sure. What's in sub level 3?
Sure. And we'll come back to y'all in just a moment. Altrix, as we resume with you, it's been some time, so we'll kind of see where you're gone. So what exactly, you've gone into this space, and Owen has affixed a rope and is ready for you to descend into this chamber full of water.
Yep. I guess my goal is to just figure out what's the situation in there. What's this rift in there? What's sustaining it? Yeah.
Okay. And remind me, you can hold what's your Constitution modifier? 5
+4.
+4. Okay, so you should be able to hold your breath, I believe, for 5 minutes. I think that's what the rule is. It's 1 plus your Con modifier. Yes, that's right.
That sounds right.
Yep. Okay. So that being said, you can proceed. You have about 5 minutes or so.
All right. If I am able to, I'll dive in.
Okay. And you
I
dive
will
into
also
it.
use magical tinkering to create a little light for myself.
Okay. Kind of fix it. Sure. And I must note, of course, that you also have, the large crystal that is kind of just floating next to you. That's been there the entire time.
I'll deposit it outside the water.
Okay, totally fine. Just It was shedding a little bit of light. That's why mostly what I was mentioning. But yes, that's
Oh, yeah, I'm not bringing the giant, possibly nuclear reactor into
that's
the
fine.
water
Don't worry
with
about
me.
it. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. But as you descend into sublevel 13, it is dark. The lights from Cortuxuk does not seem to have powered up this space. Instead, whatever in here is fully waterlogged. All of the equipment that would have been operational in this room, not helpful. It is all rusted, falling apart. In fact, a lot of it has dissolved or collapsed over time. The water is... It's not warm, but it's warmer than the water you would expect to have found in the Frostbitten Waste. It is more like 65 to 70 degrees, somewhere in there. So it's warmer. But as you kind of progress through this space, go ahead and give me an investigation check, if you will.
Actually, no, not this die. No. Man, why do I always make investigation checks? 9.
9. Okay. Altrix, as you begin to kind of scavenge through this sublevel, you find a place where the water actually has a little bit of current to it. Not a strong one, enough for you to be able to resist. And it's hard to see in this space, but you can presume that you have found where the rift is located at, where water is actually spilling into this place. With a 9, though, what you do not know is that you are not alone in this chamber. And instead, with a 9, and bypassing your passive perception, which is
Not good.
10, which is 10, you do not even notice or even feel the strange, scaly body that wraps around your trunk until you suddenly are shunted and pulled through that rift. And you
Perfect.
you find yourself suddenly the walls gone, floor gone, nothing. This is just a vast, endless space of water, and there is no light above. It is pitch black in here, except for your little bitty light looking through this space in here. What would you like to do?
Balls. I'm still attached to a rope, right?
Yes, you're still attached to a rope.
I would like to try and start taking the rope to find my way back, essentially.
Okay. All right. You begin to tug, and I will go ahead and have you make a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage since you are underwater.
So, that's cool. You know, I was already not great at those.
Yeah. Sorry.
6.
Okay. Ultrix, you begin to pull, and whatever is holding onto you pulls in the opposite direction, and it pulls that rope really taut. And you know that if you try to pull that any more on that slack, that rope will just snap right through. And you don't want to do that.
Yep. So is it still like wrapped onto my leg or something?
It is wrapped around your like waist. So it's a thick old thing. It's probably 2 feet in diameter, and it is wrapped and coiled around you, and you can feel it snaking around your leg. Something is hungry here.
Well, as Aidan once learned, you can't bite a dragonborn without getting shocked. I'm gonna breath weapon.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and make an attack roll on that.
Well, breath weapon is a dex save.
Oh, I make a dex save. That's right. Okay.
Now, hypothetically, Mr. Mason,
yeah,
we are in water.
Yeah, we are in water. That is correct. And it's also attached to you, so I think I'm just gonna have it auto fail the dex. I think that's befitting. You're resistant to lightning, correct, but not immune.
Yes.
Okay, so you will take half of the damage that you deal here.
Yes,
just
I'm aware.
Okay, go ahead.
You win some, you lose some.
Sure.
Let's see. It's actually not that much. That's going to be 16 lightning.
Okay.
I'm going to hope
as
they're vulnerable or something.
yeah, and as you watch the lightning providing a little bit more light in just a brief moment from your little conjured headlamp, basically, as it arcs up and spreads out, illuminating this space, that you follow this tentacle as it connects to a much larger, gargantuan creature. And you have never seen an entity like this before, but you have read of krakens, and that is what this is. So, Altrix, if you wouldn't mind rolling initiative for me, please.
Fuck, it's Captain Octopus from Sizik's Dream.
That's right.
It's the
No.
king, Octopus King.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good luck.
Yo, Krakens don't got good decks, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it failed
Oh.
the deck save that you tried to do against it.
I mean, it was an auto fail, but
That's the joke.
All right, Altrix, what did you roll?
7.
It's okay. I rolled worse for the Kraken, so you'll be going first.
We take those.
I rolled one worse than you, so it's okay. All right, Altrix, as you can see the Kraken, and then just as fast as you were seeing it illuminated, it is gone in the darkness again. And you can sense that you really pissed it off now.
All right, I am
Leave it
going
Altrix to piss off a Kraken.
use my last spell slot to bonus action, or last first level spell slot rather, to bonus action Expeditious Retreat.
Okay.
To essentially take a dash action as a bonus action,
Now,
and
you
I'm
are-
going to
you are
attempt to.
grappled.
Oh, am I still grappled?
You are
You
still
didn't let
grappled.
go.
I did not let go.
Okay.
I rolled for it, but I didn't let go.
Do I have anything that auto gets me out? I don't think so. All right, in that case, I'll hold off on Expedition Retreat till
Okay,
I'm
got
out.
Okay.
Fuck. Yeah, should I throw a hex on this fucker? Actually, yes. I'm going to cast Hate on him
Hate?
for the first. Yes, my variant of hex.
Okay.
And I'm going to give him disadvantage in strength checks.
Okay. Noted. Understood.
And then I'd like to try and wriggle free.
Okay. All right. You need.
So I would assume it's contested.
Yeah, it is
Acrobatics
contested.
versus acrobatics or
Yeah, I'm gonna roll and I'll tell you what you need to be. That's what we'll do, and I'm gonna roll with disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Okay. You need a 24 or higher. to
Okay, so
pull
I
yourself
need a nat
free.
20.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, you know what? We had to learn. We had to
Yeah.
learn somehow.
Yeah.
Okay. Acrobatics, that's a 19.
Okay.
If only my mom was here.
They call me.
Alas, no.
Alas, no.
Is that my action to wriggle?
That is your action to try to wriggle free, which you do not successfully do.
All right, so that's an action and bonus action. That's my turn. Oh, I also should have taken half damage for the shock.
Okay. Noted. All right. Let's see. All right. You are grappled. So the tentacle is just going to kind of squeeze you like a little bug here. And so that is, I'm going to roll with advantage to hit you, technically. You'd think it would all hit, but not necessarily. Yeah, that definitely hits.
You don't know that. Like a cast shield.
It's a 32 Altrix. I think I do.
All right.
I think I do. You take 24 points of bludgeoning damage as you feel it wrap around. And technically you were also restrained. I forgot to mention that, but that kind of implied this particular condition. But that will... oh wait, I can make 2 of these. Never mind. I'll do that again.
Why?
Yeah, no, that also hits. So you take another. That's nice. 27 points of bludgeoning damage this time.
Okay.
And then it is your turn now.
All right. I need to somehow get this bitch off of me.
Yeah,
Can I cast Catapult on the Kraken?
you can certainly try. I don't know what it's going to do, but
Shit. Okay, hold on. Let me double check something. Okay. I think I'm going to have to go for something ballsy.
I'm here for
I am going to cast a cantrip.
Okay.
Could I do? This guy probably doesn't have that high of armor class, right, guys?
Sure.
Right.
Kraken! You hit it at least,
It's
right?
squishy.
Yeah,
You know, it just have a lot of fucking hit points.
Okay.
Okay, also, would you perhaps classify this grip around me as a door?
I would not. It's not a door.
I cannot cast Knock on the Kraken.
You cannot cast Knock on the Kraken. I'm sorry.
Can he cast Knock Up on the Kraken?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was
Please
thinking of.
don't.
Yeah,
Roll
I mean,
your persuasion check. Riz up that Kraken.
I don't
Become the
think I
Rizzler
speak
you were
Kraken.
meant to be.
But the Kraken.
Krakens don't have a language called Kraken. They have a set of languages instead.
Called deep
And I don't think I speak Primordial or whatever the fuck they speak.
I'll tell you.
Unless
if
they
you
speak
any language.
Gnomish.
They speak Krakenese.
Further-
Furthermore, I'm
unfortunately,
underwater.
you-
I can't
unfortunately-
speak.
Unfortunately, you do not speak any of the languages the Kraken speaks.
Isn't it
so-
deep speech that it learns? I don't know.
No, it's Abyssal, Celestial, Infernal, and Primordial.
Damn.
I knew Primordial.
Yeah.
God, is there anything I can do here? I mean, I can't
Except
just like
fucking-
yank on the rope.
That's funny. I can speak.
You yank on the
Kraken.
rope?
I was like, I can't. Because I
Oh,
would
yeah,
just,
yeah.
if anything, I'd break it.
Yeah.
Do I have any cool fucking? What was the? Hold on. What is this?
What is this? What is this? I cast Anna's Cat. I'm gonna create a new spell called Paloma's 13 Tabaxi Man. I don't know what it's gonna do yet. It's just gonna
It's a
summon
9th
13
level
Tabaxi Man.
spell.
No, it's a first level spell. Fuck are you talking about?
It doesn't classify the Krakens. Doesn't work. Fuck. I'm reading through the magic items we just got.
No.
I quite literally just left the anchor outside.
Yeah, you did. You just left the anchor outside.
Why would I bring it with me?
There's a lot of reasons you probably should have brought it with you, but it's fine.
No, there isn't, Mason.
Yeah.
I don't want to break it. I don't know if it's waterproof.
It's waterproof. Hilarious.
I don't know this shit. I'm not gonna
That's totally
test
fair.
it.
Totally fair. Totally fair. I get it. So what are you gonna do?
Okay. Mechanically, what would happen if I casted a Wall of Ice scroll?
I mean, a wall of ice would form in this body of water.
So here's the thing. Ice floats.
Yeah.
If I casted it, it would... I'm trying to fucking have it sever its tentacle, try to
Yeah,
hold on
I
to
understand
me.
what you're going for. Yeah, okay.
I don't know what I'm trying to do.
You can try it.
Fuck it. I don't have much else I can do, right?
Okay.
Just making sure. Just double checking all my other magic shit. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me just make sure I know what ice wall does.
Yes. I also need you to tell me if it has any verbal components.
It's a great. Oh, it's a scroll.
You have to be able to read the scroll.
Shut up.
What do you mean, shut up? Those are the rules.
It does.
Yeah, okay. What we're going to do here is we'll still let you read it. However, it's going to cost you oxygen to do that. You have now about probably 3.5 minutes, a minute to get down to this level. Then this whole thing has been a little under 30 seconds, so we're just going to round to even 3.5 minutes. So it'll cost you some air. We'll say half a minute, I think is fair, that you'll have to expel to get this spell rep.
My biggest problem is I think this fucker is going to have like resistance for immunity to cold damage. It's a Kraken.
He is cold damage.
I think I just need to focus on just doing enough damage that it thinks I'm not good food.
Okay.
Make yourself
I know
spicy.
D&D combat-wise, it makes no sense, but in terms of nature, that makes sense. They'll just go, not fucking worth it. There's other things to eat.
Sure. Okay.
Fuck it. You know, he has hate on him, so he gets a plus D6 of damage.
Great.
I am going to cast third level, activate the power rune to upcast a fourth level.
Okay.
A chromatic orb.
A dramatic orb.
Lightning damage.
Okay.
Yeah, attack roll?
I do.
Can I just say nat 20?
No.
I feel like I've earned one.
Yes, you could just say it. Lie.
say it.
Do it.
No, don't do it.
No, don't,
Not
don't
one.
do it.
All right. And you will take half of that damage as well for yourself.
What?
Yeah, you're damaging yourself, right?
It's an attack roll.
Yeah.
For chromatic
a natural one, you hit yourself.
Since when?
Since now.
Alright.
You're flopping around inside this tentacle, trying to get to a good angle that you can cast
hold
a
on.
spell.
Let me just double check here. Alright, so blast. Actually, hold on. This might work out. Alright, so it's gonna be 3d8, but I upcast it to 4th level. So it's gonna be 6d8.
Yeah, and then that will be halved for you. So Altrix does more damage to himself.
Alright,
than the Kraken does.
a 7, 5, and a 3. A 7, 5, and a 3. I would like to use my sorcerer's ability. Fuck it, I gotta scroll through where's my sorcerer shit. I never use it. Empowered spell.
Okay.
Is it? How many is it gonna cost? Just one sorcery point.
Just one.
All right, so I spend one sorcery point to get to reroll up to 5 of the dice. I'm going to reroll those 7s first.
Okay.
So I have 3, 3, 5, 5. An extra 3. An 8. I don't like that. I'll reroll that. All right, now it's down to a 4. So I've done 3 rerolls. Now I'm going to reroll those 2 5s.
Okay.
So I have 3 3s and a 4.
And then 2 5s, yeah.
A 2.
Okay.
And a 2.
Okay.
Okay. So that's 4, 8,
17 damage total.
17 lightning damage to me.
Halved.
To 8.
Very nice.
Now, because I've rolled more than 2 of the same number, it bounces to a target.
Yeah, got it. Okay.
We go again.
Okay. Make an attack roll on the Kraken.
That one. Now, well, we can't hit
Another nat one.
It can't hit the same target twice, though.
Or
No, it hit me first time.
It can't hit you again.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So even if you're nat one, it won't hit you.
Okay. What do I add to my fucking thing? Plus 26.
26. That is a hit.
Barely.
It bounces along the Kraken's tentacle towards its body, kind of illuminating it.
All right. Now I'm going to use the passive on the power rune to maximize 1 die roll, so that's an 8.
Okay.
2 more 8s. So it's 3 8s so far. So 24, 32, 35. Can I use Empowered Spell again?
Not on the same cast with the same spell. Like,
It just says when
when
you roll damage for a spell.
Yeah, but you've already done Empowered on this spell.
Yeah, fair enough.
Can't empower it
Yeah.
twice. Okay, so that's
Yeah.
35.
35 points of lightning damage, plus 4 points of fire damage. Or, actually, plus 5 points of fire damage.
Okay, got it. As it
Or no,
bounces up
it's
the
4.
tentacle-
It's just 4
Okay.
right now because I lost the combustion siphon.
As it bounces up the tentacle of this kraken and explodes against the kraken's body.
Oh, no, wait, hold on. I forgot my 1d6 of necrotic.
Go ahead.
6 points of necrotic.
Okay, got
Did
it.
you roll concentration on the spell first?
Oh, you're right. I did take damage. DC 10. I make it.
Yeah, okay, there you go. Solid.
Very important. Very important.
Very important.
Thank
yes,
you.
Of course.
Keeping me honest.
You watch as the 35 points dissipates across the kraken's body as it takes no damage from lightning. And
That's
No.
Mason? No.
it's a
counterspell.
Musical counterspell immunity. It is a
How is it immune to lightning?
It's a kraken.
When does it encounter that in the ocean?
It can summon storms and shit.
It summons storms. It literally summons storms. However, it does take 6 points of necrotic and 4 points of fire. So I will take 10 hit points off of its total.
Mason, is he gonna die?
There's a very likely chance, yes. Um,
I mean, probably.
Probably so. All right, here we go. Who knows?
Oh, 07.
Uh,
You should get out of here.
all right, Altrix, those are both going to hit you. They're not crits, though. It could have been worse.
This dude's 1v1ing
do
a
it.
fucking kraken.
He is 1v1.
I'm not.
It's not going very well.
I'm about to take it. The first one's going to do me in.
Altrix, that is going to be 57 total points of bludgeoning damage.
Well, I'm not fully dead, but I am down. I guess
Okay.
critically injured.
You are critically injured, yeah. And we're going to go ahead and take another minute off of your timer. So we'll say that you're down to 2.5 minutes now. That is your turn, though.
Do I have fucking anything? Double check if I...
Use the sending stone. Oh, no, please.
Can I speak?
You can speak, it's just terribly muffled.
Yeah, it's like it wouldn't do me any good. Also, I think I'm
Probably
in a
not.
different plane of existence. I don't know if they work. Like, and also, what is
What's
he
the
gonna
rift
do?
open
Pull me
between
back
them?
and just break the rope?
Yeah, lots of probably not going to help you, so...
Okay. You know what? We're desperate. Not much we can do. What does this do? Wait, didn't this used to have a thing? No?
No.
Okay. Alright. Mr. Mason,
Yes.
I'm going to bonus action.
Okay.
Moment to think.
Okay.
I am trying to figure out how do I get out of this goddamn tentacle.
Yep.
By means other than sheer force.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
Man, I don't think I've ever
I'll-
succeeded an
I will-
investigation.
I will let you use something else other than investigation. If you can propose something that would...
Nature. I don't fucking...
all right, I'll give you nature.
I'm still gonna roll shit.
Roll
All right, a 27.
20. Okay, that's not shit. So you cannot get out by sheer like strength, but that does not necessarily
Crazy.
mean that you can't. Yeah, that doesn't necessarily mean that you can't slip out. It's just like how do you lubricate yourself to slip out of something as strong as this, and how do you do that efficiently while underwater? So that is my, I guess, a proposed idea that you can come up with in a moment to think.
All right, with that, I need something lubricating. I don't know if it's necessarily slippery,
Yeah,
but I
Also,
do have
actually,
these
hold-
vials of
hold on, I
Akedonian
will-
ink
Well,
that is
okay,
Angie.
no, yeah, there's Angie ink. That's true.
I don't know if that will make my situation worse or better.
No idea.
I don't think there's any damage type that will help me. I guess I could swallow a bomb, but I don't.
You have the
there
jar.
is-
You have the jar of
You become
mayonnaise?
ice, you become slippery. The jar
is-
of fucking mayonnaise.
On a 27, of course.
Yeah,
there
Mason.
is-
If only I had mayonnaise.
No, there's no mayonnaise. Should have made oil. Is what you should have been doing. You should be making oil. That's even more slippery than mayonnaise is. There is, of course, Altrix, the probably not particularly useful, but the nuclear option for you, and that is you have a genie in your pocket. And if there's ever a time to call upon that, whatever repercussions that might be.
I mean,
With a 27, I mean, that's not out of the realm of possibility, but
I do have a.
I'll tempt you with terrible ideas and see what you come up with.
I will pull out the Fegafoyer gemstone containing the genie.
Okay.
And I will channel whatever strength I have into breaking it.
Okay. And just go over. You don't want to talk to it. You just want to smash it.
Basically, again, nuclear option.
Okay. Okay. Totally fine. I don't think you need to make a strength check to smash the crystal that you are holding. I think that it is honestly a very easy to shatter stone. That's why you've had it encased in layers and layers and layers of protection so that it didn't ever break. And here you are smashing it against your chest and against the Kraken's tentacle. As Kazua's the Afriti, and water immediately around you boils. And that gets the Kraken's attention really fast. If you will go ahead and roll 4d20 for me.
Can't wait for this is the damage I take.
It's psychic damage.
Psychic.
4d20.
Yeah, 4d20.
Alright. I don't know if I want to roll high or low, but assuming because I'm the one rolling, it should be high. Alright, you want the total, I assume?
Yes, I do.
Alright, hold up. $46.
46. Okay. The water boils, flaring around you. The Kraken's tentacle writhes as its scaled skin begins to scald and burn, and whelps begin to form on it. An incredibly painful experience as the Kraken does in fact take 46 points of damage. You avoid that, slipping out of the grasp, knowing how to maneuver it through. You are still attached to the rope, barely. However, turning and glaring at you, existing fully on fire underwater, as Kuzuzaz makes eye contact with you for the first time in a long time. Altrix!
I can't say anything. Just
Yeah,
shrug as I tug on the rope, trying to get Owen's attention.
Yeah, tug. One of you, my fellow players, volunteer.
I can do it.
That was a perfect tie between Jake and Jared.
I want it to be.
Are they
I want
going
it
to
to
be
be Jared.
rolling?
I want it.
Oh, you want it to be Jared?
I want to do it.
All right,
Jared? If I go
Jared-
out, it's gonna be due to your fucking terrible rolls.
Now, Jared,
Hey, you
let
rolled
me
3
tell
nat
you,
ones tonight.
Jared, let me tell you
Yeah.
what you're rolling for, so you're aware. This is
Alright.
the chance that Owen will, like, knows that rope is being tugged on, and then responds with enough time to do anything about that. So it's not
Okay.
necessarily that you're rolling for his intelligence, but you're kind of rolling for his intelligence to a certain degree. So that will be a d20. I will add the appropriate modifier, and we'll go from there.
Okay. Are you sure?
You can give the roll to somebody else if you want them to have it.
No, I'll do it.
Okay,
Let's see.
you volunteer. I volunteer as tribute.
Tell me a 3D underwater ain't struggling,
No, he's fine. Rage. He's fueled by rage.
That is a 5.
A
on my
5.
die.
Okay. Above the water, Owenel is sitting there snacking on some hardtack, completely unaware that the rope is being tugged underwater as it rubs against metal and does not do anything to respond. And Altrix, you picked a gentle giant with very little survival skills to aid you in this quest. But Kazua's eyes, I need to roll initiative for him because he's going to enter the playing field. Now he will act. Yep, he'll actually act right now.
If he comes for me, will he take an AOP from the Kraken?
Who knows? All right.
I mean, he's got to be mad about this dude trespassing, right?
Yeah, sure. To get this boy's stat block pulled up. He is not happy with your time. Okay. All right. Altrix, he grabs your throat. Just full on grapple. And it was a contested roll, so I will have you go ahead and contest that. He is attempting to grapple you.
Okay. Do I have any minuses for being down?
Underwater, no, because he also has the same minuses, so it just kind of cancels out.
Okay, I was just saying, like, for critical condition.
As severely injured, your movement speed is halved. You have disadvantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws. So yes, a disadvantage on this particular thing.
Oh, sick.
So yeah.
9.
9. Okay. Yeah, he grabs you by the throat, just and you can feel that like searing heat singe into your throat. A very harmful effect. But he's not going to deal any fire damage to you yet. I fucking hate you. You've kept me. And it's most of this just kind of bubbling, speaking, but it's so much hate in that speech that you can hear enough that you can get the mentality across, and you know what he's trying to say. I will get you out of here, and then I'm going to kill you myself.
Just pointing back to the Kraken, just...
And he is a little air bubble appears around your head, and then he will speak to you. You have one wish.
I wish. You could never hurt me again.
Foolish boy. That doesn't help you here.
Maybe not. But it does prevent you from getting the vengeance you so want.
Very well. Your wish is my command. And he teleports away, leaving you right here in this spot. As a kraken is reaching for you again on its turn, I will have you make a contested strength or dexterity roll to resist.
I
being
can't
grappled.
go Disadvantage.
Could have wished
You
for
know-
a lot of things. Did not see that one coming.
Here's the thing.
Like,
With the
I would've gotten rid of the
any
Kraken
wish I
over
give,
there.
he's gonna twist. So it's like I need
Yep.
a wish he cannot twist to fuck me. You know?
I mean, I feel like he left you in the deep. So pretty
Yeah, it's
fun,
like-
But sorry, go ahead. What's your roll?
Honestly,
But using genie logic, would leaving Altrix at the Kraken technically not would entail that the genie is hurting him, just not by his own hand?
Yeah, not directly, exactly, and that is
Yeah.
not what Aldrich wished for. So, Afridi love to twist the words. They're like American multimedia corporations.
13.
13. All right. To miss you, the Kraken has to roll a 3 or lower.
Do it.
Unfortunately, I don't know what you guys want me to do about that.
Have Jared roll.
Yeah, have Jared roll.
Look at there now.
Jared, roll this one.
I'll be
Have
dragon.
Jared roll.
This will be his nat
Actually-
20.
I don't know if you guys want me to do that.
What?
Because that's a 2. So the Kraken, its tentacle comes flying in to hit you, and just by the grace of whatever, it barely misses you as you pull yourself with the rope out of the way. You are not past the portal, though, and it will attempt to attack you once again. This time to... Because you really just pissed it off, I guess. It is going to... Can you make a dex save for me?
Oh,
Oh,
disadvantage.
yeah,
Disadvantage.
Okay. 15.
15. That is a fail. You take 33 points
Phew.
of lightning damage. That's halved, though, to 16. And you do fail a death save.
All right. 16 points of lightning damage. That does nothing really, but failed death
Yeah.
save.
Yeah, fail death save. That'll be its turn, though. It is your turn. Make another death save.
Lucky
Nat
die.
Ultra's fucking drowns.
14. Success.
14. Okay, that's a success. One failure, one success. Got it. All right, Ultra's, this is your turn.
Okay.
You are not currently grappled.
Okay. Just to clarify rules. So I'm
Yes.
currently in critical condition.
Yes,
If I only have one action or bonus action.
correct. And the movement speed is
if-
halved.
yes. I'm at
And
15.
it's halved again because you're underwater.
Sec. Just to clarify rules, if I were to heal above that threshold on this turn, would I immediately get my movement speed restored and bonus
No.
action?
That happens
No.
at the next turn.
Gotcha. So don't waste my time on it, is what I'm hearing.
Totally fair.
I think I need to burn a second level spell for Expeditious Retreat.
You're like, please run away.
Why is it not listed? Why is it not listed? I should be able to cast it. Maybe just because there's no upcasting benefits, but I can still use the second level spell to do it. Let me
Pretty
just
sure
wait.
that's
Let me
how it
double
is.
check. Yeah. I take a dash action.
So that would move you functionally 15 feet.
Functionally, then I could just take a dash action normally. Yeah, so casting that would do me no fucking good.
Yeah, that's fair.
Do I have literally anything? Maybe if I could do the ice wall. How far away is the portal?
It is about 10 feet or so.
10 feet or so?
Yeah, 10 feet or so. So you would need to dash to get there on this turn.
Okay. I'm just double checking. I don't have anything else that helps. No Paloma teleport 15 feet this turn. Yep. I think my move is to just get the fuck through the portal and hope that by being through the portal, it makes it harder for him to hit me.
Okay. So
I'll
as you
go dash 15 feet and then kind of go around the corner of the portal, hoping for cover.
Okay, totally fair. As you are moving away, it's going to take an opportunity attack against you.
No, it doesn't.
That is going to be a hit, so that is another failed death save.
All right. Just to clarify, what was the to hit?
That was a 27 to hit.
Well, darn.
Okay, but you do.
Can I also, as a free action, tug on the rope again?
Yeah, I'll give that to you as a free action. Okay, tug on the rope. You make it around the corner with like a minute or so of oxygen left, which is if you were to swim at full speed, that is what you would need to get back up to where Owen is. So at this point, it is less about making it back to that area and just getting to somewhere where oxygen is present. And then rounding the corner.
Wait, did I not gain some oxygen by being in the bubble?
Fair enough. Okay, 2 minutes. Maybe 2 minutes. Fair point. By wrapping around with very little movement speed, wrapping around the opening of this rip, which is massive, by the way, by kind of stepping behind it, I'll give you half cover against Kraken. So it's +2 to your armor class.
We take the...
Take it. Okay. That is your turn, though. Kazuzaz is gone. The Kraken is going to reach, like it did before, reach its tentacles back through. And this is large enough for an entity of this size to fit through it. It is a massive rift, not something tiny, like the little elemental air rifts you've been seeing. And so it is going to begin to swim through this. Guess food. And he really
There's no way one Dragonborn is worth this.
It's really what it is. It's more. So we're going to attempt to grapple you again. So, oh wait, it can't see you. It cannot grapple you. No, instead it will just flail its tentacles. So I'll make 2 attacks to hit you. Okay.
No, it doesn't.
Now your armor class is 18, correct?
+2 to make it 20.
20. Okay. So without shield, if either one of these is a 5 or higher, no. If either one of these is a 4 or higher, that will kill you. You will die. Okay. Now that's without shield. So if you cast shield, that becomes an 8 or low, or a 7 or lower, instead of a 4. Or
at all.
9. Okay. One of those is above that number. Okay. They're both above 3. So if you want to cast shield and dodge one of them, you can, but you're going to take the other one regardless.
Does it change anything? I don't think so.
Probably not. Totally fair. All right. Altrix, you, as honestly just flailing, a tentacle kind of wraps around, smacks you, and honestly, you feel your entire rib cage on your right side dislocate from the impact. All of those ribs shatter down that column. Pura, if you'd be so kindly, or Jared, I should say, be so kindly to roll for the attention span of Owen once again for me.
Okay.
Hey, question. Before Riley left, did he have inspiration?
He did. He does not have inspiration.
Fuck.
Oof.
Okay, there we go. That's a 4.
It's a 4. Okay. Owenel does not notice. Okay. Altrix, you slip into darkness. We'll cut to
Owenel.
Yeah.
Owenel's always the one at fault here, isn't he?
Sizik, if you would roll a d20 for me, please.
Me?
Yeah, if you would be so kind.
Sure. I can roll a d20. I have many of them. I'm feeling this one. Okay. That's a 19.
A 19. Okay. Thankfully, in some regards, Owenol is not the only person that all of you left over in the Northeast Plate. one other member of your party has been separated from your group for the better portion of this early morning in the catastrophe, in the chaos. Rancor finds Owenel standing there and sees the rope, and then the slag disappears. From here, we can do this a couple of ways, because it is more. It's less about the chance of Altrix's body being recovered, and more so the time it would take to retrieve the body. Because the Kraken is no longer aware. I mean, it's just flailing around. Now that will change momentarily. But, Owens, I will ask you, since this is Altrix, if you would like yourself to roll the odds of this, or would you like to leave that up to your fellow party?
You know what? You've mentioned it at the start of every session. I'd like to leave it to the DM.
Okay, that's totally fair. I'm going to make 4 dice rolls. Each one represents a 15-second window, 4 of which must be met for Revivify to be useful in a particular moment like this. As I roll these, we'll just see what happens. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Altrix, slipping as water fills your lungs as you bleed out into a cloud of metallic blood. That pulse that you have, that electric charge, fizzles to nothingness. What are the last things that Altrix Moxicorol thinks about in these moments?
Even in these final moments, he refuses to accept what's happening. Mind still racing, time slowing slightly, as the engine that is his mind refuses to quit on attempting to solve the problems he has.
And Altrix, or Owens, actually, I'm going to ask you to leave our call, please. Okay. The rest of you, with 1 charge left on the chatter crystals for today, a message, urgent, in Rancor's voice comes spilling through to all of you over quite a distance away. Hurry! Altrix is dead! And it is that simple, that short. And we will figure out what the rest of you do with that time next week. Thank you all for joining us. It's been an interesting ride today. We will certainly see where this does and does not go as we reconvene next week. But until then, the adventure does in fact continue, and we'll see you next time.